and welcome back to All Guts, No Glory, episode 2. In the last episode, the team died, but they got better! Now these deviants are on their way to a church.
I was like, did we die? Did we TPK? I was like, what?
Oh yeah, we started off.
Yeah, you guys woke up on a morgue table, and you got better,
You got the morgue.
Great time.
Big first episode.
Had a fun talk about patricide, right? Cannibalism.
The first
I
step is
learned a
acceptance.
Rat kept stealing my.
Niles
I'll
did
do it
learn
again.
a lot.
Answered a few questions, asked so many more.
Probing.
So many nat 20s.
Probings of so many different kinds. Alright, yeah, so I'm pretty sure we just finished up at the household of the name of the family I cannot possibly say. Yes, I'm still calling them the elaborate British sauce. So this is the fate I must suffer.
No, that's totally fine.
But yeah, we just kind of finished up there, and Rat wants to go to church. Perhaps to absolve Rat of sin? It's unknown.
But we're there to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, we sure are, because I don't think you're there.
On the way to the church. Not in it yet, but you guys are clipping right along. And we know that, we got the address for Granger's father's friend, the one who was in contact in that you found at the post office. Mm-hmm. The friend lives past the church, but in that general direction. So you are making linear progress towards that, even if you still do not quite know what the hell is going on with Rat in the church. You know that at least, maybe we can fulfill that. We'll see.
Who's carrying me?
I think you were on Granger's shoulder.
I can carry you.
Rat, don't.
That's a hell of an offer.
Don't eat her.
Question.
No.
Wynefrede, I'm just saying.
Maybe I'll just
Be careful.
fly this time. And she just like pulls her hair back up into a ponytail and is like, okay, we're going.
Yep.
And she just starts flying.
Absolutely. So, you guys are we've all consented to go on to this church.
Yes.
Yes.
Rat is leading the way and moving at a healthy clip. And you
Like
guys,
a really healthy clip.
Oh, yeah,
I'm actually
there's-
really tired and getting a
Not
little
all
winded. Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Those
walking jauntily.
beignets aren't
You're
silly.
walking
You
jauntily.
feeling those beignets.
We're just skipping down the road. That's all.
In your rat ways.
Absolutely. You've had all those beignets, so you're tired, but you are still fairly full.
That's
We
true.
had the beignets a while ago.
Yeah, we had to
were
run
at
with the
house for,
family.
like an hour, weren't we?
About so, yeah. So,
Look, beignets are dense, okay? Can I
Fair.
just say?
That
you
is
guys
fair.
all tried to break in on different floors.
Yes, we did.
That did take some energy. But,
And then you ran away too.
you sure did.
I
You
sure
burned
did.
off
Look, there's been a
some-
lot of sprinting. Just a little tired. I didn't realize it was PE class. It's fine.
Don't get a lot of workout in the workshop.
No.
It's not a place for...
That's an inside thought, Niles.
I don't know. Y'all flip tires, right? That's a thing you do? So,
No, we flip sails. That's an airship, I'll have you know.
like that.
Wait, it had sails? It wasn't like a blimp? Because I was imagining the airship
Blimps
as a
can
blimp.
have sails?
Yes, how do you steer
I don't
on
know.
the air current?
It's like a
You
course
need a
of whale.
sail as a rudder.
Mm.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
That all sounds like
These
dark,
land lovers.
perverted magic to me.
Are we close, Rat?
No, everyone walks faster.
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
Well, Rat, you're the one leading us there. Are you there?
Yeah, don't you know where the church is? Oh my god.
No, the barista knew. No, I knew.
Well, someone knows something.
You guys pause, arguing in the middle of the street. In the, not distance, but you do see a dome. You can suspect that's a church.
Yeah, guys, the church is this way.
Is that what a
Perfect.
church looks like?
I don't know.
Right,
Because
why
I
are we
don't go
going
to
to
church.
this
Yeah.
church? You don't seem very familiar with the
I'm
concept of a
just saying
church.
that a church-like thing is that way. So let's go that way.
Are we sure there's not another church? There's, I don't know, my neck of the woods, there's a lot of churches.
Rat, do you have a specific church in mind?
Nova, take us to the church.
Wynefrede, take us to the church.
Okay. And I fly in front of them and
Rat, don't eat.
lead them to the church.
Yeah, you guys approach the church. it is well funded, a lot of tithes going on, so it looks beautiful.
Is it clear, like, what this is a church of from the outside?
It's it's kind of like a multifaceted deal, a polytheistic religion, so there's probably like an alcove for every god. Yeah. So from the outside, it just kind of works for like the general atmosphere of like, this is a sacred place. This is a place in which you must like be respectful. But beyond that, it's not too like hardcore in favor of anyone. Kind of working with the overall pantheon.
And like, how busy is it? Is it like totally dead? Are there people in
I
and
believe
out?
it's like noon since you guys woke up, had breakfast, and talked to the family. So there are a couple people. I have no idea what day of the week it is anymore. So but it's not a Sunday. So that's assuming it's even Judeo-Christian based. It's like mildly active.
Is it canon?
We'd like to know, wouldn't we?
If it's
We'll find
polytheistic,
out.
maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
More like Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
There's no high noon affairs though going
No,
on.
it's you've got like a couple old ladies. When you guys go inside, you'll see more, but it's not too busy.
Well, this is a fancy-looking church.
I stop us before anyone touches the door. First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for your innate and ongoing trust in me.
This
Your
is a trap,
trust
isn't
going
it?
forward. Alright, we're feeling good. We're looking good. Well, some of you look like you slept on a barn floor, so I wonder what that's about.
I
It's a
slept on shop towels.
workshop floor. Workshop.
I always look this fabulous. Just saying.
Isn't it a point of fact that you are also covered in shit?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
not the
Rat
point of
slept
this,
in a
though.
sewer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I always
No,
feel
Rat
like
slept
this.
in
What is
hay,
your guys'
so being like from a sewer and then having hay, Rat probably just has hay just.
Oh no,
sticking
Rat slept
everywhere.
with me on its chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
No showers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it safe
Outside the church?
inside the church? Can I roll
Yes.
for? Oh, it's
You
okay.
don't know how safe it is with Rat currently. I can't answer too much of the situation at hand.
Rat.
Do we want to establish Rat's intentions before we go in, or are we just...
At
No.
the risk
Are
of
we on damage control, or is this a
Hold on.
preventative
Wait,
measure?
it's trying to say something.
Alright, I only need one of you to go into this church.
I'll go.
Wait.
You look
Why?
kind of weird because you're very small. I don't know what's going on with you.
I
Or
piss
you.
blue.
Or you. So you have to go. Okay.
I can.
Did
I
you
can-
volunteer as tribute?
I did not volunteer as tribute, but I can go in here into this church with you.
Alright. No, I'm not going in there.
Wait. Hold.
This is what I'm saying. At the risk of sounding repetitive, Rat, why
Hold
are
on.
we at this church?
Yeah. Can I know now? Since.
Well,
Can
can't
I
go in
roll
there.
to
look like
compel
this.
Rat to
Yeah.
tell us?
Okay. So
How are you going to
as the
compel
only
Rat?
clean
Psychically
and,
or with
Attack.
your fists? Okay, yeah.
as the
Roll to
only
bully
clean
the Rat.
and like fully dressed person in this party, apparently.
I'm
I
gonna
can-
roll to bully it to tell us.
Excuse me? I am clean and fully dressed. Just because I am small,
Sorry. Yes.
discrimination.
That's.
Winifred, there's
Alright,
gonna be
you can go
bullying.
in
Thank you for pointing out. Yes.
Speciest.
Okay, I'm
Strength,
rolling.
yes.
Strength. Can I also
Cool.
roll strength?
Yeah.
6.
Oh.
Wait. But 6 plus 6. No, it's 6. Yeah.
What specifically are you trying to
I'm trying
do?
to bully Rat into telling us what the truth is.
Rat, would you like to share your roll?
1.
Crit fail.
So you pick Rat up by like, not really they're wearing rags, so it's not really like their collar.
Yeah.
But you do.
Yeah.
You
Are
have
By
Rat
its
by the
skin.
leg. And now that you have them, you can say what you.
Rat, why are we here? Speak.
I need to speak with the priest.
To
But you're sending
exercise?
Why?
Granger in. What?
Do I look like I would be allowed inside of this place?
No, but
Okay, but if it's a church,
but then
and-
why come?
but like, granted, I don't know much about churches because, again, I am not religious.
I put Rat down. Okay, Rat said. Okay, you need to speak with the priest. I feel that we should honor that request as much as I begrudgingly.
So do you want a priest to come out here?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
like,
you want
what-
someone to go in and get the priest and bring him out here?
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do
Why
that.
has this been so difficult?
I've been trying to tell you guys, but for some reason, none of you are willing to trust me.
Wynefrede is just flying towards the door and is like jumping on the handle to try it.
Look, I have a dented stress ball that tells me exactly why I shouldn't trust you. Granger, go inside and get a priest.
All right, I don't know much about these religious customs, but I assume if I fake some sort of state of distress, that perhaps a priest will come running. So
We don't need to fake anything. We could just ask.
It'll be funnier if you fake it, though.
I'm
Go for it.
actually, I don't know if I have to fake our state of distress. We're all rather confused spiritually at the moment. Okay, so I go into the church and look around for a sort of what I would imagine a path.
Someone
some
of
sort of
authority.
religious official is dressed.
So just in general, like, yeah, there are a bunch of alcoves, different gods. There are a shocking amount of little old ladies in there. There's also some dude in back, passed out in a pew, drunk. And at the front, there's a couple priests. They're more like priest interns, because I don't know religion well. But, like, you can find a main guy easy enough. He's got the biggest hat.
I walk up
Big
to
hats
the
are
man
important.
with the biggest hat and
I'm just on your shoulder, by the way. I'm just hanging on to the edge of your cloak.
what do I say? What do I say to him?
Keep walking, and I will talk for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I walk up to the man and just very silently and just look at the pixie on my shoulder expectantly.
This might come as an odd request, but
Yes,
I
my
have
child.
an acquaintance outside who wants to speak to a priest. They did not feel as if they would be welcome because of how they look. So if one of you gentlemen would mind following us outside.
We welcome all people.
Well, yeah, they didn't let me get that in there. And I don't want to go out and try to force them in here because they're.
Frankly, we believe the smell might be offensive to your other.
He nods and he gets the ball of incense and he carries it with him.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. That is a very smart
We've
idea.
had these kinds of situations before.
Fair.
So yeah.
Okay,
guys
we lead
make-
him out. Yeah, we lead him outside too.
Hi.
Oh, it's you!
Hold on a second. I have a genuine question this time, and I won't bite anyone, I promise.
He has the ball of incense kind of between you and him.
Why did we know this would happen?
Please. I
It's
have a
all a
question.
trap.
Speak, creature.
Can I speak to your manager?
I am the manager.
No.
You may pray at any given moment, child.
No, I don't want that fake hocus pocus bullshit. Where can I find him?
Why, you can find him in your heart.
Okay, so you're lying to these people. Have you ever seen this person before in your life?
I have seen him many times in my dreams.
Is there anyone who has met a physical god before?
Well, people have met angels.
I mean, is God and physical being sort of a contradiction of terms?
No.
Also,
Where is he?
Are you trying to get like the guy?
Wait,
or, like,
I know. Rat, you cannot
God.
eat a god. You are not allowed
You
to
can take
eat
communion whenever you
gods.
wish.
It is not a physical entity that you may consume.
That's definitely
You
what's going on.
belligerent
Rat,
beast.
You can only eat a god if they are already dead.
Where can I find a dead god?
Why, I suppose you can talk to one of the old religions. They're quite dead.
Where is its physical body?
I don't think rat means metaphysical. You seem really hung up on the metaphysical aspects. That is way outside this creature's scope of understanding. And I'm just gonna save you a lot of time
Excuse
here.
you, I graduated top of my class from the Oppenheimer Institute.
That
And look at
doesn't
you now.
mean what I
Look
think
at
it
you
means.
now. Do you go to the alumni events? Don't. Just
Can you help us We woke up alive, but we were dead. And we don't know why.
Many find themselves like that prior to salvation.
No.
Again,
no.
yeah, I think you're really
I
hung up on metaphysically
I vote we
and you
leave.
couldn't be more literal.
Okay, Rat, look, there are more delicacies on the road that we're yet to travel because we still have to go to, I don't know, what's his butt's house. I'm sure maybe you can eat him,
Granger's?
okay?
Alright, well, I didn't have a backup plan, so I guess we'll do that.
And you were exceedingly unhelpful. Thank you. Okay.
Very much.
You're welcome, my
unhelpful.
child.
Wait, before we go, can I roll to pickpocket the threes?
Yeah.
As the priest does like that whole like little thing, Wynefrede is just going to be like the. I don't want your blessing.
Extremely
No!
fair.
16.
Yeah, you stick your hand in his pocket, and he was already like turning. You get a handful of loose incense leaves.
I stick it in my pocket with the sand.
Yeah. You now have seasoned sand. He has a rosary. Would you like it?
Yes!
Okay. It is wood because he must live a humble life despite all the stained glass. Sketchy.
Is it like actual like normal wood or like actual rosary peas?
I'm not religious enough to know this. Perhaps. Whatever is funnier.
Because actual rosary peas like have been out of use in ages because it's poisonous.
I think
What
it should
is
be
a
poisonous.
rosary?
Yeah, definitely rosary
Like
peas.
it's like a bead. It's like a
A bead.
specific type of thing. Like I did research on it for a poem once.
It's the poisonous
Quite
one.
interesting.
Take
Like,
the
when people
poisonous
would, like,
rosary,
poison
okay?
themselves,
It-
they would poison themselves as they were making these rosaries.
Does the existence of the rosary imply the existence of the Christian, like the Abrahamic God in this
You
universe?
see, you look on the like crucifix portion of it, and he's an orc. But otherwise,
Fantastic.
Jesus is an orc. It's canon now, y'all.
We all know this story of Orcus. We're all
So-
familiar.
Noah and the orc.
I used to have an Orcus rosary. When I was in that orc prison, they went for a high price.
When were you in an orc prison?
Never you mind. Let's continue on. Your dad, you say?
My father.
Your father. Okay.
Your father's
Who I
friend.
forget, are we planning to kill or not?
Yes!
What is the most
We
help to
decided on
you,
murder.
Granger?
Well, I think-
What's
I
the
remember
most help
murder.
The
that we can offer?
The most help would be some information before he dies.
Okay, can we take a vote as to whether or not we kill him before he speaks?
No.
I mean, he wants information. That's what we're doing this for. So we'll get the information, and even if he is not willing to give information, we can just slowly cut off each finger until he gets us the information.
Wait.
That sounds effective.
We didn't vote to kill the priest.
I have a question.
Do you want
Truity. Now, Truity, you've got like the mind mumbo whammy magical doodaddy thingy,
I
right?
do.
So why don't we just have Truity penetrate?
Probe my brain for information.
Not you.
I
Your
pull up my
dad,
notebook
your
and
father.
start taking notes again. This just
Classic
adds a
set.
whole other layer.
I'm just saying there may be an easier way to go about all of this.
Still not a
I-
proper way to use the word penetrate.
Your ancestors would probably appreciate the use of your gifts to avoid the dismembering of the
I-
fingers.
Or maybe they don't.
See, okay,
They-
but
they do,
we
they
don't
do.
have to dismember first. We can
I'm just gonna
start
point
taking
out-
off nails.
Look,
Like-
what is with the thumbs, the finger dismemberment? I'm just saying, there's
Have you
a
ever
theme.
tried one?
Yeah,
No,
we were just
Rat,
gonna
I
say
haven't tried a
rat.
thumb. Now that you mention it, wasn't on my repertoire. See, even orcs don't eat thumbs.
Do you want to?
But you're not an orc. You're an.
I'm just
elf.
saying.
But the offer's open, right?
Yes.
Yes,
So
Niles,
if
why
we
don't
cut
you
off
have...
the thumbs, we'll just
You
feed
could
'em
suck
to
on one of those dismembered thumb things. How long have those been in there?
Well, they're in my stomach now. We'd have to get you a fresh one.
Yeah, we'll just get you one of the fathers.
What is the digestive... Never mind. You know what? Never
wanna
mind.
find out?
Never mind.
The rate does seem slower than other organic creatures. I mean
hate-
creatures.
hate
I
the
just
turn this is
mean
taken.
creatures.
Granger, what is the address to your father's or someone,
Thank
your
you.
relative's
Thank you.
person's house?
So here's the issue, guys.
Oh no.
I know very little about him. I know that
course.
we share a name. and that he was at one point a dock worker. But other than that, my quest for him is one of necessity more than curiosity, you see. I can't-
This is going to be depressing, isn't it?
These things always are, Niles.
How did you know
Write
I was
that
about
down.
to launch into my tragic backstory?
See, that one I already do. I've been
It's like
around.
you've played this before.
I've been around, man.
Never knew.
Never knew my father. Still don't. That's what we're trying to do.
Do any of us know our fathers?
Before we kill him.
I know my father.
So I was thinking we could go back to the docks and see if any of the ship logs have somebody named Granger.
You know what they have at the docks?
What?
The best flaky fried fish.
Ooh.
And those beignets were a long time ago. So I'm down. Delicious fried fish, docks, find your dad. You could probably, I don't know, there's probably thumbs there or something.
You know, I'd be curious to go to
A lot
the
of fishing
docks too if
accidents
there's
happen.
any sort of residual energy or anything from what.
When we died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we
yeah.
died.
Oh, yeah.
When we were dead.
Somebody probably
Maybe,
knows
Truity,
something about
I'm
that.
That
curious.
seems important.
Do your powers, are you able to pick up on that magic?
Yes, if it was like more religion-based
Okay.
magic.
Okay. So between
Yes,
all of us.
I can try.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we
So
can
the
always
docks.
give it a try. Should we go by
So
the
the
house first on our way to the docks, or
The house?
the house of the friend?
The address that you found at the post office is fairly close to the church.
Oh.
Oh. I'm sorry. I found the one important thing that I didn't take notes on.
You are all
So
good.
I found
When
a-
we were in the post office, you were
Mm-hmm.
looking for your dad, and you found from the mail collection at the docks that he sent a letter to someone, and it was an old drinking buddy.
Oh, okay. Then that seems like a good place to start.
So no
investigation.
fish?
We'll go get
Fish
the
after?
fish after this.
Fine.
We could if somebody wants to distract the person, I can steal you like a loaf of bread.
Can I roll to steal the rosary from Rat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I roll to defend my poisonous rosary?
Give us a second. What do you got?
18.
Oh, yeah. I'll
Wait,
just
wait.
to give you.
What's
actually
this?
that's too good for you to notice.
Sleight of hand
you
is
can,
dex.
you can start.
Ha! Poison rosary. Excellent.
Now you're poisoned. Yeah, so Rat had the incense, seasoned the sand, had the rosary into the sand. Rosary's now out of the. When you pull it, a little bit of sand flutters out. Vengeance. But Rat is just I really don't know how you did it because they are wearing rags, so the pocket system is elaborate. But that was an 18, so you did do it.
I am skillful.
Yeah, you are.
Mhm.
Yeah, Rat. You have so many pockets you don't even know which one.
Yeah, that's true.
And you lost one rosary, but uncountable grains of sand.
Not helpful.
Oh, that wound stings, doesn't it? So, yeah, you guys are making your way to the apartment building that your dad's drunken friend lives in.
Okay.
Are we there yet?
We've all been
Yep.
there.
Are we there yet?
You guys make it to the building. You ring the buzzer. No one answers.
I ring it again.
You ring it again. No one answers.
For the third time.
Sure. No one answers. There are a bunch of other names. Do you want to try ringing neighbors?
Yeah.
All right.
Should we just break into the building?
Let me try two neighbors before we resort to
Okay,
Fine.
fine.
I try the neighbor on the left of his apartment.
There's like a pause, and then hello.
Yes. Listen, I'm sorry to bother you, and this is an odd question, but and do I have his name?
Yeah, I did not give him a name. Would you like to give him a name?
Yes.
Go for
his name is Wiles, like Miles with a W.
Wiles.
Wiles
Oh, yeah,
Hideaway.
he's very
Wiles.
wild.
I'm just curious.
Wiles Olson.
There we go.
That's a great
The
name.
Lost Olsen.
Good, very
Wiles
good.
Olsen. Yep.
Do you know your neighbor Wiles? Is
That
he
fucking drunk.
lovely? Is he?
They
is
know
he,
him. This is good.
Is he in at the moment?
I don't believe so. He's usually out all night.
Do you know where he goes?
There are so many taverns in this town, I couldn't tell you.
There's no.
We're sure he's not drunk passed out in his flat.
What is the nearest tavern?
She lists off a few, like you look across the street and it's there. There's one like in the not distance, but end of the block. Like this is
Oh, the
this is a
Bloody Hide.
population-
That one's my favorite.
Okay.
This is a population dense area. There are taverns.
Okay. But she doesn't have any info about which one he like frequent. They don't talk.
No, she's very judgmental, and that is the end of her knowledge.
Click, and then I try the other person.
Hello?
Hello. Yes. Yes. Weird question, and sorry to bother you, but your neighbor Wiles. Would you happen to know the bars that he frequents?
I have young children. We do not associate with that kind of individual.
Oh, good, they know him.
Well, you do know him.
We try very hard not to.
All right. Well, this truly paints a grim picture. Thank you. I hang up the.
So we're breaking in,
Or
or are we just leaving till tonight?
Because he might be in there unconscious.
Yeah.
I've known a few drunks in my day. In fact, at that orc prison, they used to drink the wine from the pits, where they made
toilet.
the
Yeah.
Well, they called them pits, but yes, in the pits they make this like wine, and it was a fine line between
We made it in my
poison
prison
and
too. Only my prison was probably a little bit nastier than yours.
a fairy prison.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he the drunk at the church? Is that possible?
My entire colony was imprisoned by a sorcerer.
Truly, you raise a great. Wasn't there a drunk at the church?
There was a drunk at the church. That's
Wait.
right.
This
How
is a
many
big
drunks could there
town.
possibly be at this time of day?
I thought maybe that would be resting a bit too much on coincidence. I mean, we could go back and check if
I
that
think we should go
particular
back to the
drunk
church.
is.
Rat,
one of-
you're not allowed in the church. We've
How-
established this. The priest threw incense at you
I'm very good at speaking.
I will go back to the
and
church
stinking.
and probe Wiles Olsen's mind.
All right.
Wake him
Wait,
up.
we don't know if it's. Hold on, wait, stop.
Let's
Everyone's talking.
probe
There's
him and
no-
find out.
There's no evidence that this random drunk
But
we
Truity
saw
can
earlier
tell
is
us if
Wiles.
the random drunk is Wiles.
Yeah, that's unless.
Do you know how
That's
many
true.
drunks we've passed
I
on
asked,
this
no one
walk
answered.
alone?
I said, how many drunks could there possibly be at this hour? And no one said
What?
anything.
Can I roll
What we
to
do-
give an
I thought it was a
approximation?
rhetorical.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, what
do
do
some
I?
math.
Persuasion.
Computating the
So what
Wisdom.
we can do
Insight?
city of it.
is we can go back to the church. We can
14?
steal the drunken man
The
and
odds are
then dump
Why
him
are we
in the dock.
stealing
close
I
to
like
people.
this so
It's not
Why
out
can't we
of
just
question.
probe them like
It might be a
normal
miraculous
people?
coincidence, but
Yeah.
there are so many places a
How
drunk could be
about
in. He could be in his apartment. He could be in the tavern. He could be in
design
the
a
dumpster.
route that lines up at the church, right? Hail Mary, like last
Fish.
options.
Docks.
Yeah, we
Then
can go
church.
to the docks.
Bars, docks. Oh,
'Cause
but
if
if we
we
wait
go to
that
the-
long to go to the church, there's no guarantee.
Well, but if we
Hey,
go to
He's
the
got to sleep it
docks,
off sometime.
if we go to the docks, we could ask the dock workers if
They
know
like to
the
drink.
father. They do know like to drink, and they could probably know
That's
the
true.
father.
This-
They batter
This
the
is how
fish
strong this
in the
is.
beer. It's
Oh,
very good.
yeah,
It's so
uh-huh.
delicious. If you haven't had it,
I've had a few like crumbs from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Great stuff.
So we're all in on docks then?
I want to go check out the guy in the
What about my
church.
shit?
Well, we're
Could it
also
be-
going to do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
We're gonna do both.
eventually.
Is what apartment number is Wiles?
12.
12?
Sure.
What are the other apartment numbers? Like, does the 12 denote floor, or is
Yes.
it like
He's like 12A.
12A?
Yeah.
Is
So
there 13, or does this apartment building skip the 13?
There's a
'Cause some
13,
apartment buildings
But
skip,
only
like,
witches live there.
That makes sense.
I'm
That
already
makes sense.
scaling the side now. I'm building up to the 13th
So are we
floor.
splitting, or are we
Which-
going docks and then church, and then docks?
Where's the church in relation to the docks?
A decent distance. Like it's you're definitely closer to the church than you are to the docks.
Like,
Oh,
like
fine.
to get to the docks, do we pass by the church, or is it the opposite way?
There's a significant like port side area. Like you can kind of reach some docks from either. I would say the church is like a little like it's probably triangular. Like the church isn't like 100% in the way, but it's not significantly out of the way. Like you're very close to the church, so that it almost doesn't matter.
Are you willing to wait for a little bit extra time? We'll just get.
I'll
double
just
the fish.
starve. It's fine.
To be
Let's
fair,
go.
There are taverns around.
Yeah, there's got to be food on the way.
Yeah, there's
some
some shopkeepers. There's some lady with
But
pork
now I
buns.
have my mind set on fish.
We could just eat double the fish when we get to the dock.
Fine. Let's go. Rat, don't eat the priest.
Where are we going?
We're
To the
going
church.
Back to the church.
Back to the church.
Back to the church.
Now, Truity,
To
you think
wait.
you could probe his mind
To
when
figure
we
out
get
if
there?
the
I'll
only
try.
drunk man we've seen today is also actually the exact drunk man that we're
Granger,
looking
it's
at.
amazing how drunks work.
I'm just clarifying.
And
That's-
again, there's a lot.
Can I
that
roll to
we've
persuade?
This isn't
Yeah,
the
go for
only
it.
one we've
What
seen
is that for,
today.
charisma?
It's just the
You have a
first.
persuasion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Persuasion?
Yeah.
man, if this
Pay
is
for
the
it.
needle in this haystack, I'll.
Ah. Well, shit. 9.
You turn to Granger and you're like, "Come on!"
Oh, she's trying to persuade me.
Yeah, it didn't go very well.
Can I roll a persuasion?
Yeah, go for it.
What does she roll
Wait, can I
against
roll
my
charisma?
insight?
Sure. Well, it's persuasion,
It
which
doesn't
has like a
matter. It didn't
charisma
work.
modifier.
Okay.
So.
Did you roll too low? Or did
21.
You roll
What are you trying to persuade?
We're going to the church.
What do I?
No, you're trying to persuade him that the drunk man is his father.
Go over there and push that
That's-
man.
That's not even true in the context of what we're doing. What?
But you believe it.
Episode 2,
I
Daddy
do.
Issue.
Because that was a
That's
21.
21.
Okay, go
Yeah.
push him off
What
the
do,
bench.
what do I? Hold on. Do I? Do I have a? Do you roll in? What do you roll against persuasion?
I have no idea.
Nothing. There is no
Yeah.
defense.
There
Rat
most
skills.
certainly is.
It's just most of the time it's either insight or just like a flat charisma saving.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. So 21 insight to defend.
Evenly matched.
Even.
Ooh.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
Can I
she-
shove him?
Granger or the drunk?
Either.
Why not both simultaneously? Wait, but
You
we're
may
not at
roll.
the church yet, are we?
Yeah, you guys are still outside the apartment.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we haven't gone to the church yet.
Well, we're going to the church.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
We're on
let's
our way.
continue this argument at the church, but I do vote we let Truity try first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
That
that's
seems
the church.
far less violent.
How hard is it
Even though
to
I know y'all are a fan.
kind of scan the mind of creatures?
Well, it depends. He's currently drunk, so.
Yeah.
Drunk and
But
asleep.
I guess what I'm asking is on our way, because again, this is not the only drunk we've seen today. Could you kind of just like neutrally be like pinging?
You're asking a lot from me, man. I just woke up alive and I was dead.
I know, but like it seems like it's your thing, and it seems like it would really help us not just walk to one random person and waste a lot of time.
That church is so close to his house.
Okay.
And I remember I tried to probe your mind and you shut me out. It's hard. It can be hard sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, Niles, come on.
Sometimes people are just
Well, that
really
was the
closed off.
question.
And, you know.
Now that that's been established, I will modulate.
And don't hurt to ask. Never hurt to ask.
Don't shut
It
me
does
up
hurt
next
to
time.
ask.
I
Okay,
don't know
so
who you people are. I don't know what you're about.
are we at the church?
You're getting there, yeah. Pretty close. Unless anyone has any interruptions.
I'm messing with the stuff in my pockets, and I whip out a rosary and say, "Look what I made!" I have attached the cactus spines
Yes.
to the rosary,
Yes.
and at the very end, the scalpel has also been attached.
I clap
Rat?
politely.
If you do not behave yourself, this is going around your neck.
Roll to steal.
Yes. I mean, everyone's looking at you, so you're gonna get
Yeah.
disadvantage, but you can try.
Roll to perceive this.
Oh,
What'd you get?
is
9.
Well, you're rolling disadvantage, so roll again. You get the lower one.
Why do I get 2? Okay.
Well, it's disadvantage, so you roll twice, and the lower one is the one that works.
Was
Wait,
it
I
good?
have a second.
What'd you
8.
get? So we're going with the 8.
Fail.
You make a swing at it, and you miss. And Nova would like, it's the perfect opportunity to loop it over Rat's
I was about
head
to
if you
say,
want to
can
try.
I jam it around
Yeah.
Rat's neck? What am I rolling? Strength?
Sure.
16.
Yep, it goes on.
Well, now it's mine.
I
I tug on the end.
You're wearing a choke collar. Congrats.
It's very spiky.
Like an ornery pit bull.
This reminds me of my time at the Oppenheimer.
Roll to cry? That was sad.
This is storied history.
Tragic
I
backstory.
now the picture of the fall of the House of Usher is in their focus.
So you graduated the top of your class at this academy?
Yes, I
and
was
a
the valedictorian.
cactus leash reminds you of your time at this academy? What kind of place is this?
What kind of
The hazing
education did
rituals
you
used to
have?
be way worse.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just leaving this around Rat's neck, and feel free, any of you, to tug on it should the occasion arise. That Rat needs to be reminded not to eat the priest.
I will bite.
How likely is it that we would injure ourselves? Like, what's kind of...
There's a chance.
Okay.
I would say if you roll like a less than 5.
Are you leaving
Are you
it
talking
by
shit
like
about
the
my invention?
scalpel?
No, I would say that was not out loud. That was just kind of like
That was a question to
passive-
God.
Okay.
As you guys near the steps of the temple.
I had like an actual like question. Like, are you holding onto like the scalpel, and that's what the leash is like attached to? Is it like a noose type thing?
I think you're asking too many questions of my invention, okay?
Works really well.
Given that it's poisoned and holy, it does kind of burn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A tingly feeling. So it has
Slight my
poison,
tingly.
holy.
It gets closer to Gollum every second.
You just managed to create an uncommon magical weapon, Lindsay.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Well, this could be a very profitable invention if you market it to the right people. So,
One of my inventions.
you
will-
guys are on the foot of the church, front doors. Are you entering and are you bringing Rat in this contraption?
No, God, no. Keep
I
Rat
think
outside.
Yeah.
just Truity needs to go in.
Yeah.
I think the rest of us can wait
Yeah.
outside.
Don't terrify the poor man.
Am
Yeah.
I rolling perception or insight?
Or is it arcane? Or,
I think we did arcane last time because it was I think
Skill?
it was to the gods and not
Oh,
to my
Arcana.
reading. Yeah, I think
Arcana.
it was Arcana.
Okay, so Arcana, which is intelligence.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's do this.
Oh, wait.
9.
So he is a drunk man asleep on a pew, so you can read him. The problem is that drunk men on pews asleep are not known for their coherence. So you're getting like visions, but they are blurry and insane and very much dreams of just madness but like fun madness. Their body, there's shenanigans.
There's boobs.
Yeah. Classic things. You get a read of him, but it's mostly, it just kind of confirms what you already know. There's a drunk guy in the church having a nap. You see maybe like a very slight flash, but the guy looks like, it's like one of those like warped faces of like unreality. Looks a little like Granger. Slightly. He's got a memory, maybe. Or it's a coincidence. You're focusing trying to read this. It could be projection.
Is it Granger's? Is it Granger's dad's face? It looks like Granger's face.
They look very similar. It's been established. You do not know. Or at least it's alleged they look very similar by Granger.
That's right. Alleged by my mother, so it's really third-hand
It's maybe.
information.
He may or may not.
Outside, I minor illusion an image of Granger with like a bushy gray beard. I'm like, is this it? Is this...
This could be. This could very well be. This is what I imagined. It's actually very good.
Yeah.
What I imagined.
You're a real artist.
Yeah.
So,
Can you probe mine?
what would you like to do to this drunk, passed out man?
I want to leave him be.
Okay. Anyone else want to kick him?
We're all
Now
outside.
can we get fish?
Yeah, we are all outside.
We are-
Do you come back out?
Yes, I come back out. I tell them everything you
Yeah.
told me. It could be. He might know your father. He might not know your father. He might know you. He might not know you. He's drunk.
Yes.
He was there for your baptism.
Can we?
Going to be out for an indeterminate amount of time. Well, we could suppose, as concerned citizens.
Pull the minor illusion up. We could wake him up.
Get him out and... Yes. Yes.
Can we rouse him, or is he passed out, like unconscious from the
snoring.
drink?
Yes. Well, I think... I think...
Will they let you?
I think the
Ah.
You
way...
don't have to ask me. You have to ask the room.
Would the
I grab the end of
Yeah. Right.
the rosary.
would the powerful scent of incense and sand wake him from sleep?
It might.
I think rat au natural, sand and incense might have
Essence
a smelling
of-
salt effect. Yes.
Shall we roll to find out?
Yeah, you guys want to go in the church? Go for it.
Can I
You
slap
bring
him in the
Rat
church?
in the church, and the priest like looks up like he senses it. Doesn't say anything, but he's keeping an eye on the situation.
Just hold up one silver finger. I'm just like,
Yeah,
Can I slap the drunk dude?
go for it.
Do
You
I
don't-
go to roll?
He's drunk, so I don't think he's gonna dodge.
What,
Yeah,
okay.
I think you could just hit him.
What happens?
Wow,
what happens
Wynefrede.
when I hit him?
He yelps and he wakes up, and he looks. Well, you're very small, so he's very startled.
I'm totally just standing on his chest, right?
It's kind of like someone flicked him, but it was enough to work.
he's still laying down.
Yeah, his head's kind of up, but he's dazed and
I
confused.
walk over into his face. I crouch down to get on eye
Ah!
level. Pull back my hood and just like breathe out a mote of icy. You know, like right when you breathe out in the winter and
Yeah.
just kind of the opposite effect, where just the icy into his face. I imagine he's drooling and it starts to
Oh yeah. He's getting
freeze. I hold out my hand and say, "Do you know this man?"
God.
Probably not, but that's
Oh, no,
not
that was directed
off
to you.
the table. It's not an impossibility.
Is it? He looks at
Oh,
you.
rat!
Okay.
Enough with the god eating.
He looks at you. He looks at the illusion. He looks over your shoulder at Granger. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
This is good news.
This is
he
good
recognizes
Hey,
you.
hey,
That's
hey!
right. Wait.
Is it time
He's
to
like,
kill him?
What
No.
kind of fucking moisturizer are you using, bud?
I know this must seem confusing. Niles, is it?
Yeah?
Yes. Wonderful. I've been told by a record that I found in a morgue that you might know my father.
I thought it was a letter in a post office.
That's what I say. That's
Yes,
actually
that
He's
was-
like,
what I
wait, you're not him?
No.
Oh.
We're trying to find the dude.
He just looks a lot. This is
Yeah.
his kid.
Yeah, like
Oh,
how your
whatever.
kids-
Like, you've never met a kid that just showed up on your doorstep saying, "Oh, you're my father." Come on.
With you as drunk as you are, probably has happened quite a bit.
That's right. I just wanted to know if you know anything about where he is, or if I could find him, or if he's even alive. If not, I'll leave you alone.
I haven't
Don't
spoken
have
to
to
the
see
bastard in a year, but I do know him.
That is on that. Well, what do you know of him?
Is he alive?
Yes.
In a manner of
I mean,
speaking.
I feel like he would be alive because of this letter. That has
Yeah.
to have been a recent letter because it was still
This
in
is
the
good
post
news.
office when we
He's
took
still
it.
alive.
Oh, that's right. That's also I have a letter for you.
He like looks at it, but he can't really read right now. He
Gotcha.
is sloshed.
Yeah,
If
I'm
we're
getting drunk
like
just
getting
off
up
the
in his
fumes.
Yeah.
face and kind of
you're
distracting,
still
could
like,
we
oh,
possibly
face
give Truity some advantage, some help
Yeah,
on
sure.
probing his mind again if he's like totally confused? And
Yeah.
I assume now if we're talking about your father, his
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
surface thoughts are
absolutely.
about
He's-
his father anyway.
Yeah.
Starting to engage
Nice.
mentally.
Truity,
do it.
I'm gonna probe his mind. So I'm going for Arcana?
Yep.
Alright, come on.
Ah, that's a 10.
13.
I'll allow it. I mean, this is the second try, and he's more coherent. He's thinking about Granger 1.
Granger
The original.
Chronicles.
Granger 1.0.
The one who
Yeah, they were great buddies for like a decade. They mostly just caused chaos, got drunk, messed around, kind of like caused anarchy.
Quiet you.
So they're good buddies, but surface level buddies. They don't know each other really. toxic male friendships. It is what it is. But regardless, they're good buddies. They stay in contact somewhat. It's been like a year, but they might be each other's best friend. Neither of them really thinks about it, but they might be.
And where's the last place he saw his dad? What image?
It was, as he said, quite a few months ago. A year was more of an overestimate, just because he wasn't thinking that clearly. Probably like 7 months. It feels like it's been a year. He misses him dearly. They met up. They hung out in the tavern for a while. They stole some stuff. Classic dudes being bros. And then they went their separate ways. He does, however, have a way of contacting him.
Can I probe further?
I'd say roll again.
Okay.
Good for the way of contact.
You are starting to get contact time, I will say.
A little drunk. It's fine.
Back outside in mind, we're shaking him. How do you know this man?
The priest is looking.
I can tell you
I
that
think we're
Winifred
drawing
has,
a lot of
has-
attention,
has
guys.
stopped being on top of this
Okay.
dude because of
Yeah.
how tiny she is. She can
So-
easily get drunk off of his
Yeah, he has a way of contacting him. It is like a charm. Like it is something tangible that you would have to give up or you would have to take from him. But he does have a way of contacting him beyond letters.
Is the charm on him? That's just me metagaming.
Okay, you're right. Is the charm on him? So I probe farther.
Which
Okay, 16 and 3.
Yeah, it is on him. It is in his pocket. He's got like a ring full of keys, kind of like there. When I say charm, I mean like quite literally like a little pendant that's like on a hook. He's got a few people. It's like the ye old equivalent of speed dial.
Okay. And with this roll, can I see if he'd be willing to give it to me?
He would not.
He would not.
I mean, you
Can I roll to steal?
Yeah,
Well, we
you
don't
can roll
know-
to
we
steal,
don't
you can
know
roll
that
to
this is
persuade.
going on.
This is just
True.
off the top of his head
This
because
is all
he's
happening
like,
in Truity's head.
yeah,
True.
he's
That's
not.
why I said
fully-
metagaming, because
If you asked him, it might change just because he is not actively thinking when people taking it from him. But he's like, that's the other way I contact my buddy. So it seems like odds are low. But
I have a morality issue.
are you gonna tell us?
Yeah, I would tell you guys, or I can steal it and then tell you guys. Or I can just simply ask, so that might change his mind. But then he'll think about it, so he might be on. But he's drunk, so I could steal it. Okay, so
Rat could
Instead-
definitely steal.
yeah,
instead,
there
I
are 6 of you.
tell them that.
Okay.
Hey, like I whispered, or to a few, I whispered out loud. You all can hear me. He's a little too drunk.
Yeah.
I'm in his face, shaking him, asking him questions.
He's just hearing his brain
Niles.
rattling against
Niles.
his skull.
And Winifred is gonna try to steal the charm.
All right.
Okay.
That's sleight of hand.
Yep.
17.
You get it, and you get a couple other ones as well. You can now also talk to his mom.
And I also pickpocket this drunk sleeping man.
Yeah.
I hand the charm for the dad to. Do I know which one is which?
Not really.
Great.
Great.
What did you roll?
I'm just gonna keep them both.
You get a flask. You get unmarked pills. You get loose change, more silver than gold. It's like not an inordinate amount. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot going on. What else does he have? He has lint. Lovely
Okay.
lint.
I
quality
take all of the other items, but I give the money to Niles. I don't need this. Do you want it? You seem like you have some of it. Do you collect this?
Are we? I just kind of like put him back down and realize like everybody's kind of
Can I have some? I do
rifling
collect
through his
those, it's
pockets.
true.
Like I didn't sign up for this.
You also get a sticky gum. The old magic gum.
Okay.
Can I try what?
I
one
take a
of the
couple of
charms?
silvers.
Yeah. So it rings a few times, and then a child's voice answers. Hi, what's it? Hi, Uncle Wiles. I don't get a lot of calls from you at this time. Yeah, Mommy said that this is when you sleep.
Oh God! Make it stop! Why is it making that terrible sound?
Hello?
What is this demon?
So are we doing all this in the church?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that like
Yes.
openly audible?
Yes.
He is starting to wake up. The priest is looking like he's going to approach.
We should leave.
Winifred is gonna like be like, your uncle is a drunkard and is half over.
Wynefrede, not
And
helpful.
then she's gonna toss the charm at him and then take the other
Catches
charm.
it. He does catch it. He's.
And then she's just gonna start flying off with the other charm. Like, she's
Alright.
like,
She's got 2.
she throws the one for
Yes,
for,
but she has 2 remaining. She just grabbed like a handful of them.
oh,
You
can
have
I
3
find
of
the
them.
other one for the mom?
You have to press it and have a conversation.
Wait, can we do this outside?
But if it's for his,
The priest, look, they are
she's
coming
gonna
over
press
here.
It really quickly.
Okay. It rings and it rings and no one picks up.
We press the other one really quickly.
It rings and it rings and hello.
She's gonna toss that one.
And that's how we lost Granger's dad. No, I'm kidding.
Now can we leave?
Yeah, so you chuck
We
that
don't
and then
want the
you
mom.
skedaddle. You've got one that no one picked up on.
Okay.
Are we
I
all
really hope that
skedaddling?
wasn't his dad. He could have a really feminine voice. You don't know.
Do you want to go pick it up again?
No.
No! I'll go pick it up again.
No.
We'll
Rat-
cut our losses
no.
on this adventure. I think this one's good.
At least we know he's alive-ish.
We got
Actually-
one.
Well,
Thing.
when was that letter dated?
That was about a month ago.
A month ago.
Post is real
Okay.
slow.
Writing letters at least a month ago.
You know where they might know where your dad is?
The dock with the fish.
Yes.
Let's
I think we
go
should
get
go
some
there.
fish.
I would love
Correct.
some fish.
Let's go get some
Oh, now everybody's hungry. Yes.
Never had
So
fish.
glad. Get on my level, okay?
So, if we're all agreeing to move, you guys. You walk
Do I have
into
a
I'm
place?
leading the way. I'm
what
very
would you
determined.
like to do if not go eat fish?
I'm
I don't
speed
know.
walking towards the docks.
If you
I
can
just
think,
want to know what my options are.
if you can think of something better, if you'd like to scuttle the sewers and meet them there, I don't really.
She has me on a leash.
Well, yeah, you don't have much of a say in the matter, then, do you?
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, you could try to break out, but otherwise, you
Yeah,
just
I
gotta
don't care
go.
that much.
Okay, then you're going. You guys are all heading
fine.
to the docks.
I'm a little buzzed.
Yeah, you're a little not
Psychic
stumbly, but you're like, I hope they don't notice.
Some of that brain juice.
Winifred is definitely just hitching a right on Nova's shoulder.
I'm
You are
determined
looking
to
at
have
you
fish.
on to like one of like the straps from Nova's vest. It's like,
You know, with 2 silvers, I can get 2 baskets of fish. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a healthy walk. It fuels your hunger, but you guys get to the docks. They're docks.
Are there a lot of people, or
There's
there?
a lot of sailors. There's
A lot of
not
sailors.
really like a cruise ship or anything, so it's very light on civilians, but there are a couple sailors. There's the restaurant, the Urchin, that has some people. A couple, like, non-sailors. Also some dude just kind of, like, lightly skulking around, if you have any interest in him, but I don't know how readily you guys are noticing that.
I want to roll to notice that.
Yeah, roll to notice that.
Because I'm a suspicious person.
Oh yeah, very understandable.
Let me guess, you don't notice.
I do not notice it.
How badly do you not notice it?
That's an one.
You do not notice it, you nearly fall off a dock. Well, I guess you're on Nova. You nearly fall off Nova. And
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, you gotta, like, your wings snap out and catch you, but that was a little scary. Yeah,
I don't
you
notice
see
anything
shit.
because I got my eye.
Oh, yeah, you
on
were in
the
fish mode.
Yes.
You get there, you, like, not shove past the people, but, like, to the little, like, hostess stand, you, like, wiggle by a little bit. You're like, table for at least one.
I don't know about them,
Yeah.
but
Table for maybe 6. At least one.
Well, 5. 5 really.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need my own.
Do you want a high chair? They make those little chairs for like kids and stuff.
Nah,
that you
I
could
can
sit
just
in.
sit on the table.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm as tall as a
Good
cup
reference.
of water.
Are we
so.
are we deciding to give Rat a seat?
Yes, I
Okay.
did include rat in the count.
Okay.
Because I mean, Rat was pulled along.
That is
Yeah.
true, but
through this throng of people.
they do have outdoor seating for animals.
But I have
Rat's
the,
been to college.
the prickly rosary around.
Yeah, I
His
feel like
neck.
at this point it's a great to establish exactly what size and
Rat
Hey.
rolled me
Roll
for seat.
insight and perception.
Rat is.
Can-
I feel like
can
I
roll
should.
perception.
Can I
Yeah,
just look
let's,
at Rat?
let's go
Okay.
for it. I would
Perception.
like just kind
I'll
of.
try to comprehend Rat.
She's
and hope for that
as a
one.
human-sized
16.
thing.
You got 16.
Perception.
I got a 16
Yeah.
perception
Are they all just like looking at
to,
me?
Yes,
to
they're all
13
staring at
to
you.
gain a physical description of Rat.
16.
Yeah, so rat is a human-sized creature, as was confirmed.
Okay.
You're trying
Okay.
to... Yeah, I'll let Rat take this over.
I got a 15. How much do I have to know?
Surface level.
I am human-sized and roughly humanoid in nature, and I am bipedal.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
really all you need to give.
Are you covered in fur?
That's kind of rude.
Rat is, like, elevated beyond shaving, and we shouldn't judge it for that.
Okay. I see,
But is
I
it
see.
like a rat's coat or is it like an
You didn't
unshaven
roll high
man?
enough, okay?
I'm looking at the rat thing. I feel like
Rat,
there should be
when
very
you're here to shave.
there should be
I'm
very little
covered in
confusion
rags.
about
You
this.
cannot see.
Yeah, a lot of rags.
Just
Rags.
your
Rags.
entire
Fair enough.
body
I
is
have
just rags.
Layers of rags.
Hundreds of pockets.
I was gonna say, having pickpocketed rat, you didn't hear that, earmuffs. There are a lot of really weird, strange pockets. And there's some, I'm just saying, I don't think the thumbs are just in that stomach. Don't recommend.
What else does it have?
No.
Rat, you've been lightly perceived, but not too heavily. So,
I think as we're moving through the docks, I've got that minor illusion up, and I'm just asking random people. I arm around Granger. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're like particularly resisting.
No,
but-
yeah.
Like,
Are you
no,
my
no,
dad?
come on, come
Are
on,
you
come
my
on, come
dad?
on.
Are you my dad? Are you my dad?
I'm sitting there
Do
just
you
like
know this
stuffing fish in my mouth. I've gotten it to go, my 2 baskets, because no one wanted to sit down, and I'm just like,
Oh, we didn't.
are
sit down?
you Granger's dad? No? Okay, fish?
Ask for a piece of
So
fish because I'm a
effective.
little buzzed.
would you like from the waitress or from Nova?
Nova.
Steal it.
Or you could just
Team
ask.
bonding.
Thank you, Nova.
You're welcome.
Can I
It's
have
really good.
Can I have a tiny piece of fish and a fry? Thank you.
Okay.
And is anyone
want some
giving any
fish?
sort of affirmative?
Yes.
There's a couple people who are like, he looks familiar, but not like, oh yeah, that's Granger, I know him. Like, it's very much like, yeah, maybe on another ship, or maybe I've spoken to him once or twice.
No.
But no one is like, oh yeah, like it's very like, I don't want to let this this guy's son down because he seems stressed and
Yeah.
very sad.
There's a twinkle in his eye.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
we really don't want to like put that out too
Yeah.
hard. They're like, yeah,
But it's also the docks.
yeah,
so-
there's a lot of in and outs. There's a lot of people from a lot of places. There are a couple who seem more sincere than others, and like, oh yeah, I think I've seen him before. But you're not
Yeah.
getting any like bold, definitive yes.
As we go, I kind of start slipping in the question of, there were a bunch of bodies found here yesterday. Do you know anything about that? And after maybe 10 or 15 people, that changes to my sole question.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Can I roll to perceive? I'm sitting there shoving fish in my mouth, and I want to like study the people that are gathered.
Yeah,
at the
go
dock.
for it.
Okay. Is that going to be perception?
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That's a 5.
So you are also not perceiving the figure.
Nope.
Who is in a spot where it looks like some bodies would have sat, just on the rocks. Like that seems like a good spot. But you guys are
I got
like,
fish
on the
grease in my
docks.
eye.
Yeah.
I roll to perceive him.
Sure. As you do that, Niles is getting like, oh yeah, I heard about that, but no one was like, I was there.
And like, is there, I guess, follow up to people that give an affirmative? Is there anyone I can talk to find out more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rat, what did you roll prior to before I answer this?
10.
You're looking at the figure, and as you ask that, one guy goes, well, that guy's investigating it.
Yeah, the head right over there.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's a good idea.
you
Yeah.
guys approach, and there's
Astute.
a young man,
Do all of us
30s. However many of you heard that
Unless
answer
any of you aren't
approached.
Yeah.
like following me.
No, yeah.
If-
I
if-
peer
if-
over
do you,
my
like,
pile
sit
of
down?
fish.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I ask him a question?
Great.
Prior to them all approaching, like, are you shouting this at him?
Yes.
All right, you may shout. Permission to shout.
How much can you lift?
He looks at
Don't
you and
answer
goes,
that.
Don't.
He doesn't look at you. He looks at everyone but you and goes, "Oh, holy shit!" So he doesn't
we
answer the
know.
question at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't look very strong. He's, I don't want to bully him, but he doesn't look very strong.
I yank on the prickly rosary.
But I think when we talk to him, it is going to take a while, and we have had the pizza break thing up for a little. So we may want to call temporary hiatus just before we get into major NPC.
Yes.
But,
Okay.
dear viewers, we will be back fairly soon. Things are very much about to happen.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right, so we're back. We closed temporarily on the team approaching this very important NPC. You're on a dock. Matt was just pointed in Niles was just pointed in the direction of this individual. You're approaching. Rat screams, "I forgot what," in the 10 minutes since we left, and he looks up and says, "Oh shit!"
How strong are you?
Oh yeah, how strong are
The
you?
words
what
were,
did Rat
how
say?
much can you lift?
Yes. He does not answer because he is looking at a bunch of once dead bodies. You can discern from looking at him that he could perhaps fend for himself in a fight, but he is not what I would call buff.
I'm not
He is
interested.
at best lean.
With every
he-
person, we gotta do this.
Yeah,
Lean like
Every new
jerky.
person.
yeah, like he's fine. He is.
How old is he?
He's like early 30s. He's a tiefling, kind of like orange tint to him. He is like not dressed to be on the docks. Like he is on like some rocks looking at where you can assume bodies once were, but like his loafers are wet. He's not really happy about it. He's been scribbling notes. Now he is no longer scribbling notes because he's looking at you people. Yeah, he is deeply puzzled, and like he looks back down at his notes, and he looks back up at you all, and he's like, "You really did just get up, huh?"
It would appear
Well,
so.
We're as
No one is more
surprised as you.
surprised. Yes.
Yeah.
He like crosses something off in his little book, and like you can see him write like multiple question marks beside whatever it is he just crossed off.
I like surreptitiously pull up my notebook. And I'm like,
It says coroner said not dead, and question mark, question mark, question mark. So now you get that.
Wynefrede
copied verbatim.
is gonna fly up and she's gonna like cock her hip at him as she's like floating in the air. She's gonna be like, "Hey, handsome."
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
so
more confused.
I imagine the vivisection scar
Yeah.
just like slightly peeking
It's,
out.
yeah, you guys lost your stitches, but
So, I would just like to point out that I find it really disturbing that every person we encounter, we must first assess their edibility on the rat scale. And now we have, fairy Tinder happening.
Yep.
And I just...
Technically, we don't know with certainty that that's what rats' motivations are. Technically.
We don't
I'm
know
not doubting
anything
you.
about rat. We cannot even perceive rat, as
We
it turns
know
out.
it went to college.
Wrath,
Allegedly.
bipedal, went to college.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yeah, the current evidence for that is Rat's word, which is like, at this point,
You
That's
trusted
right.
us.
No,
Barr.
I implicitly trust Truity and Granger and anyone else. That's a really good point.
Thank you. I invented a
I would
perfectly
say
most
you're a
real-
very close.
What happened to being friends?
Right.
My
It's a
quadruple
circle of
foldings of a
three.
hug.
You too,
It's a
sir.
That
circle.
rat ruined, I will point out.
But
It was
you
a
still have the
prototype.
tinfoil.
It was a prototype. I don't think I did anything to deserve these allegations. I'm just sitting here eating fish.
So why are these people alive, sir?
It's like, I have just as many questions about that as you do.
Okay, so you're useless.
Yeah, he says, and he means it. So he looks through his notes. He's like, so the coroner reported that 5 bodies went missing, and this is the site in which they were recovered from, and I've been interviewing everyone, and now you're here. I doesn't really look at you for that. He doesn't know who the fuck you are.
Niles is having a full-blown identity crisis.
Aren't we all?
He's been interviewing people. He's got a notebook. This is really a lot.
It is?
This is a lot.
Niles is silver, but I forgot. Does he have orange highlights?
No, blue.
Blue, okay.
Icy blue.
So there is not that overlap. At least he looks quite different than you.
Hold a
So-
hand to my face.
I turn to him and say, so, has there been any indication as to how we ended up quite dead? I see you looking over here. Did we die
He
on
flips
the
his
rocks?
page. Bludgeoned.
Well, yeah, we knew that, but have you
my
managed
God.
to figure out why we were all at the docks? Like, why we were killed? Have you managed to figure out that much?
So he looks through his notes and he kind of like starts on top of the page. Group went to dock together. Elf kept looking around. Dragons seemed afraid of water. Human.
Niles, you're afraid of water?
Not that
Anyway,
I know of.
continue.
Woman writing notes. Journal either taken or thrown into water. and then like a longer pause. A young woman appeared out of nowhere and beat the shit out of them. Glowing eyes, multiple question marks. And a guard reported that a creature was crawling around near the bodies, eating feathers.
Rat.
Okay, well, we know that's rat.
And like you look. It says chupacabra, goblin, like question marks, like
Wait, you
naming
met us at
various
the docks
So
and
the
followed us to the
five
moor.
of us were
We went to
already
the docks
together?
together?
Were there any notes onto like what Granger and I were doing? I mean, obviously, I'm probably too small for people to know.
Yeah, it
this,
says
but-
elf kept looking around. You can kind of assume that was.
Can I like?
But what about that elf?
Well,
There are two
so,
elves.
yeah, that's. Well, actually, he says Nova. He knows you by name. Because the sailors know you because of your fish hook. He's like, other elf pitching fish hook. Nova.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. The prototype, yes.
Like beyond that,
Funding.
he's got.
It's very expensive to make a thing, invent something. Anyway,
Can I like try again with this information to remember anything about
Real quick.
the time before?
My final
we
note.
died?
The elfling was looking for his father. He seemed quite sad. Is what I have in writing for his film.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's
that tracks.
crucial.
You are
That's
being sad.
Like, I'm
So-
just so
And I'm
brooding
sad
and
for
tragic
you.
So
all the time.
clearly,
Thank
this
you.
is
Yeah.
something that we I guess we've been working on.
Human was
for
asking
a
questions
while.
about light. The fairy and the human seem to be on the same path regarding light.
Can I push for another history check to
Yeah,
try
Yeah,
and see
I
if
also
some of this
want
will
to
come
do
into
a-
clarity?
We're doing history.
sure.
That's a 6.
That's a 16.
Okay, so what is it exactly that you're trying to recall things?
Yeah, like why I was at the docks with this group of people.
Well, so from his notes, it seems like you can kind of, it seems to me implying Truity, we're kind of both seeking the same thing. It's not quite as clear what the rest of the group was up to, but that you were looking for something. Perhaps someone.
A question for the tiefling. So he saw the woman bludgeon us.
No,
No.
the sailors.
sailors.
Various anonymous sailors who he has been dutifully interviewing.
Did they mention anything about how together we were all in the same, like the attack happened all at once. She didn't like go around to disparate parts of the dock and beat us all.
No, you were all
We were
kind
all
of
next-
clustered
we
in
were all
one
next
central
to each other,
location.
but did we look together, or we were all just like disparate groups of people
You were
doing
having
something?
conversations with one another, but you were kind of split within the group.
I would like to point out, since that woman bludgeoned us all to death, maybe she's strong enough for you to eat.
I
I
think
do have a question about the woman with glowing eyes.
Yes. he looks at you, the creature that you are.
think
Where is she?
It was like, well, that's the other question I have besides where are the bodies? So,
Well,
your
now,
guess is as good as mine. You're the bodies.
You are
kinda up to
useless.
date.
Probably useless.
I've got a question.
He's offended,
But
but you're not wrong.
I hope that you asked the sailors this that you interviewed. Why the hell did they not help us? If they watched us get bludgeoned to
That's
death,
a good
why
question.
didn't they
Very good
help
question.
us? Would you
That's
help
kinda messed
someone?
up.
Woman with glowing eyes very handily bludgeons 5 people to death. I'm going
No
to.
one
Yeah,
inter-
they were cowering.
Cowards. I mean, as expected of sailors. I mean,
I would have tried to save you.
I would.
I mean,
maybe
I would've
maybe
failed.
you did. Maybe that's how you
I have
got.
doubts about your guys.
You're the
willingness
only
to
one whose
help
name the
save
sailors
other people
knew.
from being
That's
bludgeoned.
true.
Because you are
Oh, no,
very
I
here.
just wanna
You're
kill
here very
them.
often eating fish
Killing other
and talking
people.
inventions. So you are.
It's true, the docks are a familiar stomping ground. Yeah.
I'm ready to probe him. I want to know if he knows anything more than what
Yes,
he's telling
probe.
us.
yeah.
Yes.
Roll.
Okay, rolling probe.
Penetrate. Right? That's
Write
how
that
it
down.
Right.
You're taking notes now. He's looking at your notes.
Just
And that's
so
funny.
like.
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah. So
Wait, what?
nat
20.
20 for reading this guy's
Oh
mind.
shit.
Plumb the depths.
Yeah, you are getting everything.
Plunge that
So,
brain.
yeah, his notes are pretty much what I said verbatim. Sailors noted that, I'm assuming you're focusing on yourself first, of his, information. Yeah, that you were in pursuit of some information, and specifically regarding light, and you had a book, a journal specifically, that it was not recovered with your body. You do not have it anymore, but at some point you had it. And yeah, it's unclear if it was taken or thrown in the water. he's been kind of poking around looking for it, hence why his shoes are wet, and he's very sad about that. But that's kind of all he has on you. That you were asking questions about light. The sailors don't remember because they are unreliable and also drunk. But there were questions of like this. It ties back to the flyer regarding light. Beyond that, he has a lot of questions surrounding the woman who beat you guys up, or killed you. He's more interested in her than he was in you guys, but honestly, like, finding the corpses were missing. Like, he was called in by the coroner because missing bodies. He was originally, lightly investigating the murder. He is not paid very well. He's a private investigator. The guards don't like him. He's just kind of up to shit. He has a lot of feelings about that you can explore. I don't know how much you want to, but he takes his job very seriously, but no one else does. So yeah, he was originally interested in how you guys were murdered. Then your bodies went missing. He's like, shit. And the coroner called him in, and he talked to the coroner. He didn't get much there. He was at the docks getting information. He's still trying to get information, but the docks are ever changing. There's so many people, so many sailors, and they all look the same.
I turn to Rat and say, I think you're right. I think he's doubly useless.
Exactly.
Does he have an idea
Thank
of the
you.
woman?
Take this
Like,
thing off
delete
of
it
me.
She has
No.
white hair, and her
Would
eyes
you like
are
some
also
fish?
glowing like a silvery white.
I put it into my pocket.
And it says that the creature we can assume to be Rat was eating feathers.
Hey, we don't know that for sure.
Rat, have you checked your pockets?
Have you checked your stomach beyond the thumbs?
I have a number over 50 relative to my pockets. It's going to take a while.
So yeah,
Oh,
but
God.
beyond like the sailors were cowering. They did not want to also die, so they don't have like a great read on the woman. They were mostly seeing her from like behind as she beat the shit out of you guys. But there sure was a woman.
Truity, did you get anything?
No.
Okay.
Who sent you?
I sent myself.
Wow.
You're just
sent
doing
yourself?
this for fun?
No.
That
Well,
explains why he's bad. now.
He's
He's
looking
not
for
here.
the
I'm a
dead
hobbyist.
bodies.
Yeah, go.
Oh, but
Guys,
the dead, not dead, resurrected body.
hired
This is
you?
not a standard job, I'll have you know. I've never had this happen before.
Hey, I hear you. I also don't have a standard job, and I just want to say that no one in this group appreciates that either. And
Most
I
of
just
the
want
time,
to
people
say,
just hire me to find out their spouse is cheating. This is out of my wheelhouse.
Are they?
Who hired you?
Yeah, that's
Well,
a good question.
good to know. Good to
So
know.
I saw the reports in the news, and I was like, well, clearly the guards are not going to do this well.
Oh,
They
so
haven't. It's more pro bono. Maybe if I, bring well, I don't think I'm going to bring the woman and she killed you guys. If I find information, maybe I can get some kind of reward from either the guards or the king.
You should get a better hobby, something that you're better at.
I'm not good at a lot, I'll have you know.
Maybe this is as good as it gets. Okay.
Maybe.
Be nice to him, right?
Oh, but have you tried modeling? You might be able to do that. You might be good at that.
He blushes.
Win.
Wynefrede, really? Now is not the time.
That wasn't a come on. That was just me trying to help.
Wasn't it though? Wasn't it?
It was.
Roll the
not.
blush.
Am I rolling?
No.
I'm not even trying to deceive. I'm not.
You just
Not
you
lying.
just used the modeling pickup line that I would like to point out. Are you also a photographer?
No. Does it look like I can afford a camera? Does it look like I can
Well,
hold
I don't
a
know.
camera?
I feel like I don't even know you anymore, Wynefrede.
We met yesterday.
You
I
died
feel like
together.
we could become very close.
We could. I'm just saying that you don't know me very well because we met yesterday.
What is this tiefling investigator's evidence that Truity had a journal that was either taken or thrown in the water?
Sailors.
Sailors.
She was walking around with like writing information, much as the investigator and Niles are.
Wow, just a
Can-
whole.
Can
Yeah.
you show us where our bodies were found?
He looks down and he kind of points.
Is that like in the water?
You stand on the
rock?
site of your
Like,
own
on the
demise.
rocks,
How does
the
it
water
feel?
is kind of
It-
lappy at the
You should write
tides
some
may
sad
change.
poetry.
Yeah, I'm very brooding.
Yeah, a lyric.
I'm gonna,
Can-
yeah,
Does
Is there-
anyone have high investigation to search the area themselves?
Everybody roll to investigate.
Because I was gonna say, yeah, we can all. I'm terrible, but I can help
I have
someone to give you
I have plus
advantage
five
of a group
intelligence.
or
So I don't have investigation. I do have 3 things. I have perception, shape water, which allows me to change the lucidity of the water, so I can make this presumably brackish port water clear to maybe see through to the bottom. And then, like, I
I
would
was
like
gonna say.
So, like, together, if we all work together, can we give whoever has the best investigation advantage?
Sure.
Okay. What's everyone's investigation modifier?
That's fine.
+3.
Plus 5.
Plus
one.
Plus 5 it is, then.
I'm not smart, but I know what love is.
See, I've been rolling this d20 for a few seconds now.
All right. 1.
Wait. Roll with
Advantage.
for
You
help.
get to do it again.
Oh, yay! Was a nat 1.
Just fly into a
You
rock.
just fall. Just
I
crack your
fall through the rocks into the
Just drown.
water.
in a tide pool.
Oh, hey, that's a dirty 20.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
so you push the teeth. Well, you're small. You can't really push him. You kind of like out of my way him, and you look up, down, back, forth. The water has affected the rocks, but you're like, that seems like blood. That doesn't really help you much, though. It is blood. It's presumably one of yours.
Yes.
So this is the spot where you died. You can see more feathers that the creature did not eat, or they are from gulls, but there are a couple, like, long white feathers with, like, a kind of translucent quality to them.
She's gonna collect them.
Yeah, go for it. They're about the same size as you.
They're
Do you want me to hold those?
She's going to
Wynefrede?
hold
Wait.
them up as she finds
Yeah.
them.
That's
Just
a-
like expecting somebody to pick
I-
them up.
That's another
Start
question. She was
collecting feathers.
eating feathers?
Yep.
But none of us have feathers.
Nope.
So
You don't know it was me. How can you prove that? You can't even remember what you were doing.
I turn towards you, I get down on your level, and like,
How tall are you?
How small are you? I guess I just kind of assumed.
I will not parlay with insanity.
I gesture at. The feathers are also about the size of your body. Yeah, and were these the feathers? Just be straight with me, and I want to roll persuasion just to get a direct answer. That's 10 plus 6, 16.
Okay, I look you in the eyes.
Yeah.
I take one of the feathers from you.
Mm-hmm.
I hold it up to the light.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, was it? Is it?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Do I find anything else? In
I fully
investigation?
push Rat into the water.
Yes.
You
It's-
find
it's-
a lot
cleanse
of
it.
like loose change and bottle caps, and these people litter. This is gross. You find
Littering
some
is
fish
wrong.
bones. Yeah, you other
I
than
hand
feathers.
those to Rat.
I'm in the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, you're in the
You
ocean.
didn't put
Roll
up a
to
fight,
drown.
you just let me.
You don't find the journal, but you do find some wet paper that presumably came out of it. It is
I hand the paper to
a clump.
Truity.
It is.
Mm.
The ink has run. It is all kind of multiple
What?
pages blended together and like into just like a mush.
I hand the paper to Truity. I hand this mushy ball that is probably bigger than me.
What do you do with
Can I
it?
sense what it was?
Yeah. You want to roll investigation, maybe?
Investigation? Okay.
Sure.
Let's see. 3.
It is paper. It's from a book. It could be yours. You can't tell anything about the handwriting. Paper quality, you don't really know. Like, you've got like the one scrap of paper. Maybe it's around the same color, but the texture is mush. You don't got much.
Are you
Lick
gonna
it and
do
see
your
if you can
your
tell
shape
anything from
water
that.
thing?
Oh, I was wondering, did
Don't.
you find that in the water, or was that even required?
It is wet. I would say it's like on the rocks, but still damp, like
Okay.
mini tide pool, like just.
And
Pockets
the
of
writing's like I could like insta dry it by shaping water out of it, but that wouldn't like make it more
it's still
legible or
mush,
anything.
yeah. Like, it's just hard mush now.
Can I roll
Thank
to
you for trying.
pickpocket the investigator?
Yeah, go for it.
What do I use for that?
What's it? Sleight of hand? Yeah.
19?
Oh damn! Yeah, you stick your head in his pocket. He is watching Wynefrede actually investigate. And he's just like, oh, should have been doing this. He's very mad that like his shoes are full of water and he has come away with very little. He did have a feather, so he isn't completely behind, but he is more behind than he'd like to be. So he is very distracted and kind of in his own head because he's been called useless multiple times by some fucking dirty little creature.
I'll do it again.
With an 18
What's
charisma, it should be
yourself?
pointed
Yes,
out
yeah.
that the creature.
Yes.
So you stick your hand in in his pocket. You come away with like a nice fountain pen. Not too nice, but it's nicer than he writes a lot. He also has some very nice lint. He has like a little not phone book, but like address book, but it's very stuffed with like clients and not actually information that like is relevant to this. It's just kind of like stuff he has on him. I mean, you got a 19. You got his wallet.
Sweet. Is there any money in there?
There's like $5.
Sweet.
You can see his state ID. It doesn't really tell you anything important besides his
Hey,
name, if you care.
Wait, before we steal from this man, that's been our only source of information about anything
Oh,
that
it's
we've
done.
been investigating this time.
I got this
Should
in
we
my
perhaps
pocket.
consider that maybe we want him on our side?
Oh, you should have been faster on the
You
uptake.
know what? That is my bad.
You
That
want
is
this
actually, yeah,
useless
you know
man
what?
on your side.
That is my bad.
I'm just saying, invention, it takes a lot of funds. It's like a GoFundMe, but with my hand in his pocket.
Why
You
don't
also
you
get
steal
some
more
mints.
money?
Oh, mints. Excellent.
A paper clip. You can invent a lot from this.
Yes.
What else will he have? Yeah, that's about it. He's not like
Yeah.
I mean, he has like a
Typical
little satchel just for.
NPC.
Maybe he has an empty journal as well, but that's
Mm.
you were really robbing this man blind at that point.
Does he have like one of those like punch cards that you get at like a restaurant or
Oh
tavern
yeah,
or
he is
something?
one away from a free coffee.
Ooh.
He looks like he needs it. He is tired.
I leave that in his pocket.
That's the only thing holding it together.
All forms of identification you've stolen from him.
His
But-
money, so he can't buy the penultimate coffee, but that's okay.
It's okay.
He's got the punch
Wait.
card.
That is the ultimate suffering.
It is.
Does anybody have disguise self?
Is what?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, noted.
Yeah.
Question.
Just need if we ever need
Can
to
I
impersonate
heal
it.
the
Yeah.
pages?
Heal what?
Heal the pages.
They're almost unrecognizable as pages.
Yeah.
I think
Can I heal the lump of paper?
you can straighten it out, but you can't get the words back.
Mhm.
You can make it into usable paper, like you could write new words on it if you wanted to from there, and it can just be like free paper, but you can't get the words back.
I have a
Paper.
question.
No, I won't do that then.
So I pose this question to the group and to the investigator. Has anyone ever heard of beings with glowing eyes that are strong enough to murder 5 people? Rat, other than gods.
Should we roll history for that?
You can?
I'll roll history for that.
Can I roll Arcana to think
Sure.
of what magical effect that would be?
Can I also roll Arcana?
Sure, if your stats are high, go for it.
I'll roll Arcana as well.
Sure.
Oh, hey, that's a dirt 23.
8.
23.
Nat 20 though.
Ooh.
I think you're burying the lead with 23.
Nat 20.
It's the responsibility of the people that are used to
'Cause I'm
this
just
game
curious
to tell
like
the
this.
next
So I've never actually played or said this race out loud. Asimar, I believe.
Azamar.
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 Yeah.
Everyone has
She
a
is.
different pronunciation.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
So that's the.
Yep.
Okay.
That's like kind of group what we think.
Yeah, that's the woman. That's what she is.
Sweet. Okay.
Do with that,
An
do
Asmar?
we know
Asmar?
like
Hey,
what
Do
they
it.
tend to be?
Yeah,
like,
you
Yeah,
know, like
what
their alignment?
information do we
Yeah.
The woman who
'Cause,
murdered us.
yeah.
This is really interesting. If this was Ismar, like, they tend to be good people. So, why did one bludgeon us to death?
Maybe you guys are bad people. Ever thought of that?
Oh, I know, I'm a bad person.
I mean, I did just steal from the investigators. So.
I like you more for that too.
Single tear rolls down Niles' face. It's a mote of pure silver.
You broke into a government office yesterday.
Don't act like I understand.
Those were extenuating circumstances. I think we all agree.
So they have glowing eyes, and they typically kill. They're typically good.
They're pretty much angels.
Yeah.
Angels. Oh,
Yeah.
this bodes ill.
Could, is it cool to take kind of my, exterior knowledge of this
Yeah, go
creature
for it.
type?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You're
Like,
familiar enough to
usually-
cry.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that implies
Like-
recognition.
Yeah, in between mortal creatures and angels, or they've been given divine missions, or I think with Niles' background, that's a creature of that power he's definitely come into contact with. They've got strong goals, and they're usually pretty busy. They're not just kind of your one-off thugs in a city. It's
The Asimar?
yeah.
Okay, so they're really good.
Yeah.
So she came along and killed us.
Bludgeon, which is strange because Azamar are intensely magical, powerful, divine creatures.
Could there be something wrong with this woman, or something happened to her that made her?
Typically, an angelic aura would be the effect of being touched by this. So if her eyes were glowing, she would have no need to use a physical attack against us if she wanted us dead.
Maybe we killed her father and she was upset for doing that.
Rat, have you eaten any angels lately?
What is this? As the docks turn? Come on.
I can try.
We'll get you there.
Should we make that our next step in this
This
mission?
this is the first
Is
person
to
we've
eat an
encountered that I would be
angel?
okay with you eating.
Yeah, if she did kill
Yeah,
us,
they're
I
like
would
that.
say, yeah, that seems like retribution.
Plus
Did we
once
need to
his
die?
dad once we kill his dad.
We
Can I
haven't said
roll for
that.
that?
We
You
this
did
is-
what?
You don't really have any memory of what was leading up to this, other than the fact that you've been informed that you were looking for something and you've been killed.
Yeah.
But we knew we were
Where do
looking
we
for
find the
light.
Asimar? Maybe we should go talk to someone or one of them.
Did
If
know-
we had just gone to the church and did what I said, we could have already been done and over with all of this mess.
But we would have known what we needed to know had we
think-
not gone and learned it.
We would have figured it out on the way.
The Asimars, they're in churches?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
There's really no connection between the two.
Okay.
They're not necessarily all
Angelic.
I don't know about that, but they're not clerics. They might
Okay.
just
Hang on.
have that
Okay.
and be busy.
So where do we find one who might know this woman?
Do we
Should
know
roll
anyone?
history? Should I roll history?
Or the town, someone powerful in the town who would know.
No, thank you.
Yeah, how do you
Rat!
How do you
Where do we
normally
find one?
find snacks? Is that appropriate? I don't wanna.
Oh no.
That is
You tell me.
I don't know.
For what do you...
history.
History?
If I know where to find an ASMR.
Not... It's a big city. There may be a few, but they are not a common people. Let alone clustered. There's they don't have a borough,
But in my patrols of this city, have I found where one lives or something?
odds are slim. Maybe, but I don't see it happening. Unless to what extent are you patrolling? On the street, maybe, but I think unless you're looking at people's windows, I think the odds are really slim. Unless it depends on how wide you're canvassing. But
she's canvassing the entire
Yeah,
city. She just flies around the entire city day after day after day.
So
And she'll like stop in like taverns. And
yeah,
Stuff.
I think they're a little secretive in regards to like maybe you found one, but not like one did like what reason would you have had to like stop and talk to them? So I don't think you would like remember where they were, and even if you were, it wasn't her. Like they're very rare, essentially. Like not impossible to find, but not. It's been like that's like a day you would take note of.
How many, like, if you had to like ballpark on it, like it would be in the city in total, like 10, 100, you know, like.
Say like 5.
Like 5.
So, in the address book of the investigator, does it note the race or species of the people in it?
For some of them, like ones he doesn't know as well, or maybe if it's like relevant. But it's
flipped through.
Yeah, it's like absolutely stuffed with people.
Okay.
But again, these are clients, and most of them, as stated, are like, "Hey, I think my husband's cheating on me." So it's very pedestrian.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of by
Has
last
he
name.
heard our kind of conversation? We've been coming to this conclusion. Has he been like nodding along, or has this been more of a private conversation?
Do you want it to have been a private conversation? I mean,
It would help my plan if he overheard us.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys
We're
have.
not private.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what reason
So
you have to be
I'm
subtle.
gonna take this opportunity to cast suggestion on him. He has to make a wisdom saving throw. The DC is 14 is my spell save. And my request for 8 hours that he can try to follow through on is find an Azamar and contact us. He seems well connected enough as a private investigator. His clients might be connected, but he's got more connection
just
to
lose
this
his
city.
That was his
I don't know that.
His
I don't
book?
know
Or
that.
that was Trudy's
He didn't
book?
see me steal it.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
I'm
he's-
just letting you know
he's
from
more connected to this city than we are.
at least
so
most of you.
maybe
2.5 of you.
in 8 hours he can.
Yeah, you can. Go
Yeah.
on.
I might be able to do you one better, depending on how the DM defines celestials mechanically. Would an Azamar count as part celestial?
I'd say yeah.
I think so.
So I can expend a spell slot to, within a mile radius of my location, tell me not the number or the location, but simply if present, there are like fiends, celestials, dragons, undead. Would that work with an Azamar? If I
Yeah,
was to like
I'd
tune
allow
into
it.
celestials and be like, okay, then I would like to do. Then I would. Then I'll expend my casting of Goodberry, and I will he crouches low to the ground, like puts his hand on like the dirt road, and he's just like scanning for celestials within a mile radius.
Yeah.
of us, if there are any.
So, not within a mile, but there are like remnants, like the feathers. Like she has been around here before,
Okay.
prior and after, like this, but not. She physically is not here. But if you had more than a mile, maybe.
Maybe.
But
Like-
I belayed that to
Walk
him. I
around
was
the
like,
town
yeah.
and, like-
So, yeah, you can start a mile away because she's definitely not here right now.
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Does the Azamar have feathers? I don't know, personally.
So, sometimes.
Depends. It
Yeah.
depends on the type and like the variant and stuff, but that gets into really meta
Yeah.
information.
So group-wise, do we think these feathers are from an Azamar? Yes or no?
Seems like it. Because
Yeah.
we've established a woman who murdered us. And they're big feathers, so they're not seagull feathers. I'm well versed in the
Off of
feather
a
realm.
big creature.
Yeah.
Rat.
Yeah.
I mean, I vote that they're from
I don't want to
the
be out of the
ASMR.
loop, so you say seals, and I'm like, yeah.
I have a question for Rat.
Yeah, classic
If you
seals.
ate another feather, can you tell where it came from?
Yes, give me the feathers.
I think she.
I think rats.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, go
Because I'm curious.
Yeah.
I
Even the
I
divination
honestly
powers of
believe
rats.
that might be within Rat's abilities.
That's an 11
that's a 12.
insight.
Rat. How would you care to answer this one?
With a 12. Is
Came
that?
from a really big person.
Thanks, Rat.
I just.
Do you want to give me another and see if I can try again?
No. We don't waste these feathers,
It's
especially
not
because
hard
I
on your
think
digestion. Never mind,
Nova
never
could
mind.
use them for some of her inventions.
Yes, thank you. I mean, I did collect some from you already.
I mean,
Yes,
you
thank
took all of them. I don't have none because I can't carry none.
Can we find like a magic bloodhound or something off of
We
these
go to the
feathers? Like, it's
pound.
not a rat. We know that.
Like trace
But, like,
objects.
I don't think that's the
The old
worst
Humane
idea.
Society.
Yeah, is there some sort of... It's kind of outside the scope of like a basic detect magic, but is there some sort of magical organization or group in this city that we could perhaps bring a feather to like divine its origin? Or
Haven't we already established that we think it came from an Azamar, though?
yeah, but they might be able to give us more information about the creature or where they are or any. Is there?
They're like unions and guilds, but
Yeah.
not usually for
It's not
something
like a
this niche.
diviners guild.
Um,
Because I think that's kind of what something in the divination school magic is what I'm after.
Maybe we should go break
There-
into another government building and try and look.
yes, that's a possibility. So I wouldn't say a guild, but I will say this is a big city, and there are like little fortune teller shops every now and then.
I think that might be what we should get on about. And we've got what's the tiefling's name again?
Oh, none of you
Oh, I
asked.
don't know.
You have his wallet, so you can check, but none of you have
Jared,
asked.
pop
Flip
my
open the wallet. Surreptitiously.
I've been calling him Siggy, but he has a longer name.
Yeah, just say out
Sigward.
loud.
Sigmund.
What's her name again? And just from a nice segment. So yeah, did the suggestion land? Did that work on him?
I forgot. Did you roll for that?
Yeah.
I know.
No. Spell save
Oh,
DC
yeah,
he
yeah.
rolls for. Spell save DC is 14.
Oh fuck, you got a 20. But
Well-
he is very polite, so maybe try
Yeah.
asking.
So I look at him dead in the eyes, and I start to glow blue, and I just get really sad, and I'm like, look, we're kind of on our own.
He's like, yeah, you were dead.
We died. We could really use the help.
All our-
Could you track down an Azamar? Could you see if you can find an Azamar in the city and get back to us?
I'm as invested. Well, maybe not as invested in this as you are. I'm
We did die.
more invested than most. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So the magic just kind of like washes over me. He's like, sure, man.
Yeah. He's like, I want this solved. The guards aren't going to do shit. You were killed.
Are
That's
you
not
going to
some-
do shit though?
I make no promises, but I'm going to try.
I don't trust this man.
Rat, pot, kettle, maybe.
I have a question. You're a private investigator, right?
Yes.
Did you ever investigate why the jester left the king?
Oh yeah, I've been on that for like months.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, it broke out.
What broke out?
The
It?
jester. Well, she
She?
she broke out.
She was
It?
imprisoned?
She was being held
She's a
captive?
jester.
Is that normal practice? That's not how they do it in
Again,
my
I'm
kingdom.
taking more notes. This is like...
Really? Like, the king kept his jester in, like, chains?
Pretty much. I mean, I didn't see it because I have no reason to
What
boast it.
is a jester?
It's like a little creature that jingles.
More on this industrialized
And does
design.
this have anything to do with...
It would be
I join
highly
you?
it would be
Yes.
highly unprofessional
Okay.
for the
This
king to
is-
do that with the jester.
Understood.
I do not know as much about jester on jester relations though.
Yes, thank you.
Can I roll Arcana to track where the feather came from? Like track its source, where it might be?
Yeah, you can try. I mean, you've established that it's not within a mile, so I will say it'll probably be like a high roll to get like a sense of like trying to like follow like the magic it was connected to.
I mean,
Okay.
latent, like...
Yeah, like it's been over a day because you guys were killed. Your bodies had to be brought to the morgue. That was fairly
There were
late because the
beignets.
morgue left, the mortician left. So it's been like 2 days. So they are faint. Like they're still like shiny and cool looking, but they're not like fresh. Like they've been in the water. They're kind of gross. Like
Can I help Truity to have advantage
Yeah, sure.
on the roll?
yeah.
So I just
I think,
roll.
yeah, roll twice, and you're going to take the higher one.
Roll twice. All right.
I've got a lot of, like, passive, latent magic, and I think, like, us together
Ooh,
would be fine.
sorry.
It's only
That's an 8, and then take a second roll.
Okay.
See if you can get a strike.
Dice.
Oh gosh.
So with the 8, what'd you get?
11.
Yeah, so, yeah, again, these are not fresh, and, like, the creature that left them is, she hasn't been to this area since, but, like, as we kind of determined with the spell, like, she has been around. She does live in this very large city.
Would you say we're at least now certain that this came from a magical creature and not
Yeah.
a bird?
Yeah, they're definitely not bird feathers.
Well, that's something. It's definitely
Progress.
yeah, it has some latent magic on it. It's very constructive.
So you're gonna help us investigate, see if you can track down an
Yeah,
Asimar.
and he reaches into his satchel to pull out his book to see what name he's going to talk to first, and he goes, "Shit."
Is
And
there
he
something
starts-
wrong?
Yeah, my contact book is. I must have dropped it, and he starts like looking like
Can I
around the
roll
rocks.
investigation to help him?
I pull out the book
And,
and I just toss it.
I'm gonna say roll stealth.
Okay, I'm gonna roll stealth to throw the address book on the ground.
Steal
My
this address
investigation
book.
is a 23.
Yeah, you are looking. You are being so
Stealth.
helpful right now. You're like, where is it?
I rolled a 17.
Okay. So
Well, I
you-
mean 13 plus mine.
Yeah, you toss it onto the rocks. I would say Wynefrede did see that, but he did not.
Ah,
So
excellent.
roll to rat out.
Hey, your book fell out of your satchel.
Oh,
Like,
and
it's
and he
on
picks
the
it up
rocks.
and like dusts it off, and he like checks to make sure the pages aren't damaged. He's like, okay, yeah, I can look into that.
That was stressful.
Do you guys have a way of being like contacted?
I just kind of
Nova?
look your way. Can we share
Post office?
your workshop?
Oh, yes, yes.
Location?
Yes, that's fine.
He
Yeah.
writes it into his book as you tell him the address.
What did you seemed like you were concerned about something.
Oh, no, I was so concerned that the book, and I thought maybe he had lost it and would be able to find it. So, yeah, no, I'm just relieved.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So your devious nature is the reason why this mythical creature attempted to kill all of you.
He does take that into consideration. He's like killed by next to your name, killed by angel question mark.
That's fair.
I mean, weren't we all killed by the angel, technically?
I was not. I'm pure of heart.
Besides you who were in there but were eating the angel feathers
yeah,
after we all
okay.
died?
No,
We can't
that's
be
why
sure
you
that's
weren't
me.
killed by the angel.
Can't be sure, but
Rat. This is gonna be another persuasion. Just really looking for just to establish some trust. Looking for a straight answer here, Rat. Did you follow us to the morgue, or were you there of your own volition? Oh god. It's a modified 20.
Wait, what is the question you're asking?
Did you follow us to the morgue, or were you there of your own
Coincidence.
agenda? Yeah, coincidence.
Eating. You mean eating the dead bodies.
Regardless of
Thumbs.
us specifically.
Alright.
Did you want to eat us, rat?
What
Did you
roll?
follow a modified 20?
Okay. So, I will be honest with you guys. Weird shit seems to happen to you. It's all a little hazy. My mind hasn't been
Last night,
sharp.
were
Quite.
you here with us and then there with us? Really straight, just a yes or no is really all I'm looking for.
Here than the dog?
Yeah.
A little bit.
I think that's as good as it's gonna get.
That's enough of a yes to know
Yeah.
that you
I'm
did
gonna-
in fact eat the feathers from the angel as we
So-
died.
How can you be sure of that, though?
Because you're the only creature that eats things that are not.
I think we're good
sure
here.
that's-
I
I'm
think
surprised you didn't try
I
to
think
eat
we're
the
all right.
Asimar. Oh my god, you did try, didn't you? Oh my god.
If you tried, how come you're not dead
if
too?
you're the reason we're dead,
You're the reason we died.
I
will
don't
kill you
Truity,
forever.
how
I'm sure
rat's
that's
mine.
not true.
I don't know.
yeah, Rat would have a salient memory of the previous
Yes.
night.
If you want to.
What does Rat have Is memory intact, or was it affected by the Azamar?
I
No.
simply do not
So
know.
only
We have
one
to
way
roll.
to find
Probe
out.
it.
All right,
Probe.
so rolling for Arcana.
Can we
Yep.
give you advantage because we're asking deliberate questions about the subject that's being...
What is the specific question?
We're asking
Beyond just,
questions
like,
about
probing?
last night. So it's
It's
kind of in the
Rat's fault
forefront
that
of
we're
our
dead.
mind.
Is what we're really asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on that.
All right, here it goes. A 5.
Okay, you can roll
One
again.
more, take the higher.
All right.
Our rolls are just not
Garbage.
good
You,
tonight.
yeah, you'll need to reset that dice
Yeah.
tonight.
Put a little magic in.
This one reset.
A nat 20.
Damn.
Oh!
That's why you reset
Truth.
the dice.
How many is that? three for
Reveal.
you?
So, Rat was not killed by the creature, Azamar. Rat is fine, and that alone implies that either Rat escaped or Rat was not of interest.
How could we know that I was there?
Yeah, that's assuming Rat was there. You're trying to probe Rat's
Yeah.
mind, or just the minds of, or the gods, or
Rat.
Rat. So yeah, you have a pretty good insight into what is going on with Rat, and you can tell that Rat is actually unsure.
No.
Rat may not have been killed, but Rat may have been bonked on the head.
Rude. Something else may have happened.
No, Rat showed up after the angel fucked you guys over. Rat was there, but Rat was not there at the moment of combat.
Then what
Ra-
was Rat's interest with us?
Feathers.
That's assuming Rat was interested in you, and Rat wasn't just interested in feathers.
Okay, fair enough.
And why did
I
Rat...
understand
cannot
that Rat
speak for
is-
Rat to that extent.
I understand that Rat is at its
thumbs.
core a scavenger creature.
Yes. Yes.
So why did Rat?
So I
why
can't
did
blame
Rat
it there.
follow us?
Yeah.
Did Rat just
More
go back to the
thumbs.
morgue
Yes,
by
you
sheer
were.
coincidence? Rat.
Morgue thumbs. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of them
Were
in
you
there.
following them, or were you just going to the morgue because it was time to go to the morgue?
Something really big fucked them up.
Okay, so you were checking on them.
Oh.
Checking.
Among
I
us.
wanted to see if it would
Rat
come
was gonna
back.
eat us.
Okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
You
you
were
were
waiting for
Rat to-
interested in whatever
Yeah.
incidents surrounded us because it was a powerful...
Look, I've made peace with the fact that Rat was probably going to eat us. Like, it's just...
You are not.
Honestly,
They
if I were to
already
give
told
Rat
us
the
that
benefit
they're
of the
not gonna
doubt,
eat us.
we
Which
were
one would-
weaker than the other creatures, so that
Yeah.
eliminates any interest in...
Then where did the thumbs come from? That's what I want to know.
I don't know
That's
Rat's
ramen.
perspective on time, so maybe it was like a single brawl took the winner, like a weird vampire or
Do you
something.
challenge people to thumb wars and eat the losers? Is
No
that
comment.
okay?
You know, there's
that's
not
fine.
like an organized tourney. I think it's just kind of like,
Do you guys not have bigger issues to worry about?
look.
Not
for
really.
the
No, I
good
mean we
of
got nowhere to go
everyone.
from here, so we're kind of at a standstill. It's kind of fun to interrogate you.
It's,
It
So-
feels like an interest in public health.
Yeah.
to
Yes.
be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
really.
really just for everyone's benefit.
It's a moral duty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Question. Because I remember you telling us that the human and me were looking for, and I say I mean Truity, sorry. We're asking the sailors about the light.
Yep.
Do you know what the light is? Because we found this little hinky-finky little
Flyer. Flyer is the word.
flyer, apparently the word I'm looking for, in a coffee shop. And
Will you show him the flyer?
Yes.
All right. He looks at it, and he's like, this sounds like what you were asking about. I mean, yeah, you were asking if they knew anything about the light, and it seemed like most of them are pretty confused by it. They're out-of-towners, like, they're in for, like, to get food and sleep and leave. So they weren't really clear on what you were talking about, but there definitely was questions on, like, the light and what they knew about it.
do you know what the light is? I mean, you lived here quite a while, I'm assuming, since you're a special investigator, private investigator, so you should have heard something about the light if you're doing your damn job right.
He looks upset, and he's like, I have notes on it. He flips around to the back of his contact book, and it's like, I've heard people talk about the light. When I ask them questions, they get mad at me, and Then I leave.
He's bad at his job.
He's bad at his job.
I mean, there's more information than we had previously. So who are the people that you asked about the light?
I mean, I haven't asked too many people because they get mad at me, and usually I want people to not be mad at me so I can ask them more questions.
Fair. Tell us those people, because then we can ask those questions, and it's okay if they get mad at us.
It's a very good point. So he kind of like looks through his notes. He's like, I've asked a couple like shopkeepers about it. I've heard talk of it in like uptown a little bit.
Which shopkeepers?
I have to go back to my notes. I really do have to go back to my notes. Oh yeah, it was just like a fancy store that was like kind of near the morgue. Like, it's next to a bank. Yeah, I can, bullshit an address. It's just a schmancy clothing store, and then there's one where it's like an antique store and just, yeah. Oh, yeah. And also a magical goods store. Store is a strong word for that one. Saleswoman will say. Traveling saleswoman. But
where was she set up?
she finds you more than you find her, he says, and he pulls out like this weird little necklace that also has like horns on it. He
Roll
looks-
Theo.
He's holding it as if he expects you guys to like touch it.
I touch it.
You
Yeah,
touch
I
it.
touch it. I touch it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
This seems very important.
Are you pressing it?
Yes. Because I grabbed it.
Yeah,
like
it
just
pricks your finger, but doesn't do any damage. And out of a cloud, another tiefling appears.
Hello.
Hi! Can I interest you in a deal?
Oh, you're the traveling sales witchy person.
So, we had some questions for you. Do you know what the light is?
I sell many different kinds of lights.
No,
Okay,
no. Show her the flyer.
Yeah, show her
Truity,
the
flyer.
I take the flyer from him. Show her the flyer. Do you know the light?
I know money.
Okay, wait. How much money is it? She's asking for a bribe.
She also has many interesting goods and wares. You could buy one of them and she'll tell you.
Do you have any goods that might help us locate, what's it called? Asimar?
Well, I have many goods that may help.
Okay, I'm ready.
I have to find my list. This one's on my phone. I have many lists. The thing is that she's not going to tell you about these items. Or at least not what they do.
Can I roll to intimidate?
You're gonna roll with disadvantage. She appeared in a cloud, she can disappear in a cloud.
Yeah.
Should I roll to intimidate?
And if I probe her mind, will
I'd
she feel it?
say hold on.
You can try.
I'd say
She
hold
will
on.
feel it.
Okay, wait. Before we do any of that, what does that mean when you say that she won't tell us about the items? Like,
So she will hold something up, but she will not tell you anything or what the price is. Or what they do. Maybe what the price is. She won't tell you what they do.
Hold up the pretty object.
okay.
Pretty is a strong word.
I can't. So I look at the items. What do I see?
One is just a red circle. It
Okay.
seems to be a foam. One is a weird little, like, very shimmery glass coin. One is a styrofoam Slurpee cup. One is just a piece of paper that says bugs with 2 question marks. And one is just a little card that says punch card.
Can I roll insight to like feel what's the right good?
I will tell you now, these are all deeply cursed objects.
Yeah.
You look at them and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, and an arcana, like any arcana.
Yeah, the
would
vibes
be
are
the same.
bad. I need to. This is important details. She has extreme scene kid energy. Like she is an adult, but there's something going on with her that is deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How much do you want for that styrofoam cup?
I just kind of like put my hand on. I'm just like no.
We've been cursed enough
But
since we
that
woke up.
coin does look real pretty.
See?
We have been cursed
I
enough.
just walk up to her again,
7-Eleven.
very, very sincerely. I'm gonna try again with a roll of suggestion, and just look at her, just really sincerely. Like, look, it's been a really long 24 hours. We died.
Wait, do I have to roll to defend against this?
Yeah, it's gonna be a save of 14.
That is neither. That's slanted. It was either
I'll take it.
13 plus what would this be? Plus what's it?
The save is 14.
Oh, okay.
So
It's
if
just
she
a
beats a
modifier.
14.
What modifier are we applied? Or not?
It's a wisdom save.
Okay, I have to quickly construct an NPC
Yeah,
page
It's
for
whatever
her.
her wisdom.
Yeah. She's a grand dumbass, so the odds are bad, but I need to at least make a page for her really quick.
Do you think it's gonna? Well, if you rolled a 13, do you think it's gonna be higher than a +1?
It could be a +1.
Okay.
Occupation. Generate.
I'll say my intention is to.
Wisdom is 0, so she's
Wisdom's
yeah.
0, okay.
What are you asking? What are you
So
saying?
my suggestion for 8 hours to follow this reasonable request, and I'm thinking of the best way to word this if anybody has a recommendation, but to same thing, try to track down an Azamar. If she can teleport and she can do all this ridiculous magic crap.
So you're not asking about the Cult of Light. You're asking. Or...
No, not about the
Okay.
Cult of the Light, but I'm going right for the throat. I'm trying
Okay.
to find this this person because I think that's where my interest lies. The Cult of the Light is a bit secondary and seems like it perhaps tied to what happened to us, but I am more invested in reclaiming this lost time of mine. That really is upsetting to Niles.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I ask, go try to find the Azamars in the city and let us know where they are, how we might find them.
She tilts her head, and it's not clear, but she knows one. She doesn't know if it's the one, but she does know one.
Okay. I mean, if she wants to report her, that would be solid. I've got no
Do
problem
you
with
want
that.
to be brought to her, or do you want her to
Yes.
be brought to you?
Brought to her.
She comes to us.
She
comes to us.
Would this be back at Nova's workshop?
Can she come to wherever we are if we have a way to?
I mean, I guess you do have assuming Siggy gives you the necklace, you can summon Medora again.
But can that process work in reverse? Can she come to us of her own volition?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
It's also, but to be fair, that relies on her being able to convince the other woman to come with her. So that's where
We should
things
go
might
to
get
her.
complicated.
Okay.
We should go to her.
So we've got 8 hours, I would say. In what time is it?
Ooh, it was noon when you went to the church.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2 hours burned there in terms of talking to Granger Senior's drunk friend, and then going to the docks. And the docks maybe another 2 hours, so it's 4ish.
So I would say that okay. With all that information, my explicit request is to find as much information about Azamars in the city and then report that information to us.
Okay.
At 10:30 p.m.
Okay. Yeah.
to
she
meet
can
us
do that.
back at Nova's workshop.
And she looks at specifically you. You don't want to buy anything?
I just shake my head. I'm just like,
Want is I mean, yes.
She looks. She points at the scrap of paper. Bugs?
Literally so cursed.
What kind of bugs?
You want bugs?
I mean, yes.
She gives you the scrap of paper, and it turns into a handful of beetles.
Wow!
Yay! You just made Rat's day.
Rat doesn't have a soul,
my-
but if Rat did, it would have been taken.
Guys, my tribe has 10 folk tales, and 3 of them are about not trusting crazy salespeople that you meet that try and sell you.
I see.
They won't
Well,
do it.
look, I'm there, buddy.
Die.
Like,
So I don't care about your opinions on that.
That's
Oh,
fair.
I died.
What did your folklore protect you from? Not the sweet embrace of death.
I'm without the intervention of God.
Will protect you from not getting bludgeoned to death by an angel.
That's right.
And now
Look,
I'm a
just
bug.
let Red have the Beatles in peace. I don't think we're getting anywhere with this.
I mean,
Rat, what do
yeah.
you do with your beetles?
I stuff them into my pocket.
Of course you do.
Her cursed Beatles.
Okay, anything else you guys want?
No, I'm good.
Bye! And she disappears in a puff of smoke again.
That was odd.
The investigator's just like, yeah, she's a weird one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, guys.
And what's the investigator's name again?
Siggy.
Siggy?
Yep.
Siggy. I say, well, same offer to you. You know where you'll find us this evening.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I find anything. He does look skeptical.
Yeah.
He is bad at his job. Bless his heart, he is bad at his job. He just kind of like, he looks around like he wants to keep investigating the docks because he feels like he should keep investigating the docks. But you've
Yeah.
already done that, and he's like, he should call it quits. But he's also like, my job.
Maybe you should get a pair of goggles and like a swimsuit and like try to like swim to find more, because stuff might have gone into the ocean with the tide.
He looks very sad, and he's like, I think I should just work on finding the angel.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, he heads off. Well, first he's gonna go drown his sorrows in battered fish, as we all should.
That's
I mean, I could go into the ocean and try to
Well,
find.
dinner, anyone?
Yeah.
Just
You have an awkward dinner, like you're seated at a different table from him, but you can see him. He is sad.
might as well. I mean, we got nothing else to do, right? We might as well eat.
So, you are having your meal. You finished, like you've put the order in, and you've started to get food back, but you don't have all the food back. And now, I would say roll perception.
Perception. Oh God. What is my perception? -1. That's a 7.
So something bad just happened.
I'm switching to a different detour. I'm done with that.
Something bad just happened to the family you went and checked in on.
Oh.
You feel it in your gut.
The Windishers?
Yep. You
But
don't.
I don't know.
You
I
don't
just
hear a
wanna
voice
get
the
it
way you were meant to if you rolled better, but you do know something bad just happened.
So my perception might suck, but can I roll insight off of that to try
Sure.
to figure out what? Okay. My
Not
Insight.
the Windishers.
yeah,
With the childness.
that's also an 8. It's an 8.
Can we do
Very-
anything to
Very
help?
faintly,
this?
you hear the woman's voice say, "Help!"
Do I remember that that's her voice?
Yes,
Do
because you were like hyperfixated on that.
Yeah, no, it's
That is
kind
your
of my
whole-
whole deal.
Yeah.
I like rise up. What are the tables like that we're sitting at?
I mean, it's a restaurant and a dock, so they're gross.
Yeah,
what other
are they,
details
like,
would you like?
benches? Are they like?
Yeah, it's. I'm picturing
Like, how
a
are
Dick's
they
Last Resort for
physically-
some reason. I don't know. Like, it's just like a shitty little bar that could be however you'd like for them to be.
I stand up without pushing my chair out from behind me and just smash through the wood. Like my rough metal body just grinds against the wood and just. And I'm like, we have to go.
Okay.
I'm 2 hands deep in a pot pie. Now?
Now.
No question. Stand up.
And I
Yeah,
full
Winnie-
ass
Winnie
turn
starts,
around
like,
and
like,
start
like she,
sprinting.
Winnie is flying
I
after
didn't
Niles.
follow Niles.
I follow.
Yeah, you guys are
I run after him.
booking it, I guess.
Yes.
Did you pay?
No.
No,
course not.
there was no time.
Detective is watching you guys, like mouth half open, just like, okay.
Well, he's bad at his job, so let's just hope he knows where to find us.
Yeah. So,
He's not a guard, so he can't do anything.
yeah, he doesn't like the guards. He's not stopping you, but he's just kind of like, what the fuck. So you're booking it.
Mm.
It is what, like 6 p.m. So it's starting to get like a little dark out. People are out because it is the evening. People
And
are
I'm
getting off
not like
work. People are coming home.
particularly fast, but I'm booking as
Yeah,
fast
you-
as I
what's your
can.
And you are
Speed.
forcefully
30.
pushing people out of the
Yeah.
way when need be.
I'm like totally racked with anxiety. Like this is my singular purpose.
Yeah.
And I was called on and I wasn't ready. And I'm honestly feeling a little upset that I let myself get pulled into a group, and didn't, that as a sentinel failed, right? Like, I failed in my singular purpose, and I'm just fast as I can trying to get over there.
Yeah. So it's a healthy walk.
Yeah.
It's taken you not an inordinate amount of time, but like you are not close. So you guys are quickly just moving across the land as much as you can, pushing past people where you need to. Eventually, you come up to the house, and the front door is like kind of fucked up, like just broken in some places and kind of dented. And
Like the door itself, or like
the front
hinges
door,
and
yeah,
the
like the
lock?
door
Like,
itself,
the door
like
itself, okay.
something from the inside hit it really hard
Okay.
and kind of left it open.
Okay.
And the woman, the mother, whatever, is like just kind of standing in like the kitchen, like head in her hands.
I just fully step in, and I have practiced this many times in my head. And I'm just like, but I'm so racked with the situation, I fumble getting the words out. I am here, Niles, the agent of Nicolandus. I am duty to protect your family.
And we just
How can
followed
I...
You guys are all.
Yeah, we're all.
What happened here?
what he said.
And us too.
With a +4 in charisma. That's my.
You're doing great.
It's just
bud.
it's so sincere
yes,
though.
it's very.
It's
earnest.
very earnest.
She looks up and she's like, "My daughter, something happened to her," and like if one of you chooses to stick your head around, like the stairs are also fucked up going upstairs. Like the house is not like burned or scorched or otherwise like ravaged by like some force, but it is something is very clearly wrong. It has been wrong.
Who, if I remember, who read the letter for the daughter?
Yes.
And has anyone else? Then I just square
I mean,
lock
I read
eyes
it out
with
loud
Yeah.
to the
Okay.
entire party.
Then I think starting with the creature, I look around at everyone and just like deeply concerned. Is she still here?
No, she ran out, but she had a charm like necklace from her boyfriend, and one of the waves of magic hit, and it changed her, and it melded with her, and she ran out of here, but she was crying, and I've never seen anything like that. It fused with her, and she's gone, and I don't know where she went, but I've never seen anything like this happen before. I don't know what to do. I don't know where she is. I don't know what happened to her besides just this random bullshit that doesn't even happen in this neighborhood.
I fully interject. I walk up to this like very upset mother. She's standing. Where'd you say?
Yeah, kitchen.
Kitchen. Is she, across from her or next to her? I approach her and just very calmly say, "Your family has been under our protection, my protection, for generations. I will recover your daughter," and just
But can you
with
fix her?
persuasion to calm her. I say, "Yes, absolutely. She will be okay."
She's still upset, but she is like slightly more composed of just, you were persuasive, but also that's something that's very hard to believe.
Where does your daughter like? Where does she go if she's upset?
I don't know. She normally just stays in her room or goes with her boyfriend or her friends, but I don't know. We don't have a very good relationship. We haven't since her father left.
Do you, tell us. Sorry, go ahead.
Where does her boyfriend live?
Yeah.
My question.
He's a few streets away, I think. I don't know.
Do we still have the letter?
I give the letter to the mom.
Oh shit, you did. she also doesn't know where he lives, so she like kind of ruffles around for it, and eventually she finds it, and she gives you an address that's kind of in like the same neighborhood. Well, not the same. It's like slightly like a little bit like lower class, but not significantly. Like they're fairly close in the same like social niche.
Can I ask why the father, your husband, left?
You cannot. she's gone through enough.
Last time we talked, like you said that that the dad was still there.
It's not something I like to talk about. It would do us both poorly for that to get out.
Why?
I want to roll for this to get her to tell us. I tell her that, I need to understand the lineage of your family to protect you. It's my mission. And it's a persuasion to see if she'll tell us. That's... It's a 13.
I mean, last time, like, you talked to her and she seemed to be the one that was the descendant.
Yeah.
And that is her child. Like,
Yeah. Right.
when you were rifling around the basement, you found the birth certificate. Like, that is her child.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the daughter falls under the warranty for...
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Then if we have to
but-
leave it, we leave it at that.
Maybe we should just respect the family's privacy in this hour of crisis.
Oh,
Maybe.
Let's go bother the boyfriend.
For right now.
I have a question for you as we're leaving.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna change your back?
We'll come to that bridge when we cross it.
Well, first we have to know what
Oh.
actually
First we
being
gotta find
fused
her.
means.
I'll be completely honest. I've
it
not.
like-
I take another note. I don't know. And as I'm
The
scribbling,
most important bit is
Yeah.
finding her. That's what we
thank
need
you.
to do
And
first.
I'm just writing. I'm like, look, I've been doing this for a long time.
Really?
You're not very good at it.
There's never been anything. This is the first. Since I've been on my own, this is the first time I've ever been needed.
How long have you been on your own?
I just walk off.
So, Granger, do your tracking thing. Track
Yes.
this girl.
Well, no, I thought we were going to the boyfriend's house.
Well, I mean, but he can track as we go to the boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm
it's,
just beeline for the boyfriend's house.
Is survival as a skill able to be used in that way? To track as a race?
I'll say sure. Also, like, there are people who are, like, clearly, like, looking around. Like, the house is destroyed. A girl whose face fused with a charm ran through the area,
Yeah.
so...
Might be.
Yeah, people are looking. The Yorkie in there is still yapping.
How?
Like,
Oh, yeah.
So you just
How?
gotta follow the.
yeah, like there are a couple are like milling about. It did take you 45 minutes to get here, so they're not
Okay.
the freshest.
I was gonna ask.
But
yeah,
there
'cause
are a
if
couple
it's-
people who
how
are
busy
like-
is the street? How long ago did this happen? Or
Yeah,
were
it's
tracks
more like
visible?
people, like neighbors, like looking out their balcony, like keeping an eye on things.
Okay. Yeah, we should ask that. Yeah, I say the tracks in a street this busy, having taken this long, are almost indistinguishable. We'd be best to ask around.
Okay. To the boyfriend's house.
You go. You. Whoop.
Can we be kind of canvassing the people outside as we're walking?
Yeah, you can talk
asking
to them.
I think, like, I'm not, like, trying to stick around, so if any of the party members get stuck in conversations,
Can I
Plow ahead.
fly up and try to see if I can't see her from the sky?
Yeah, absolutely. So you fly up, and yeah, you're kind of above the buildings, but not so far that you can't see people. And you like, streets are somewhat full because again, it's like 7, so people are coming, like they're back from work, but they're eating. Like it's not busy, but like you don't see any like distinguishable like form. Like my like touch point for her design was Pyramid Head, so like you do not see that.
Do I see anybody like super like rushing or sort of like in distraught?
In like the general area of the boyfriend's house, you see like she is already there, but you can still see people who are like kind of like looking around confused.
She's gonna fly back and be like, I bet y'all she's at the boyfriend's house.
We should get there as quickly as possible.
Is the this a good time to stop?
It might be. I was thinking when you guys reach the door,
Yeah.
that's when we'll cut it.
Yeah.
So, are we all congregating there?
Yeah.
All right. That's where we'll close things off for tonight. Thank you so
Boyfriend's
much for viewing.
house.
We'll,
Boyfriend's
yeah. We will be back next week.
Boyfriend's house. I'm gonna make a note.
Yeah.
Boyfriend's house, yeah.
Her boyfriend's back and it's gonna be trouble.